Well,
Now we're live.
guys, welcome. We're all here. So exciting. I love all of us and all of our characters. And okay. So last time on Rifts in Reality, we had an assassination attempt on Valya's father. And Valya's father just barely did not get hit here from an archer in the balcony of some sort of crossbow bolt that was mounted up in the balcony, and some shadowed figure that darted away in the chaos in the fray. And when we all made our way up to the second level on either side or both sides, some of us climbing to the top level like Nora, some of us just going up the stairs like Valya, and so funny. We found, holding the handbag, Dev, who had just fought with Eleanor outside, some sort of like low-key duel thing that Eleanor had lost at the time. And found her there as like the person kind of at fault in our minds because she was the only one there. But she seems to have also run there after the chaos had ensued. So as we questioned her, trying to determine whether or not she was at fault for the assassination attempt, Valya also went down into the crowd to look for another individual. So Valya did pick out said other individual from the crowd with a really great role, I remember, and started chasing her throughout the crowd. Tried to draw the attention of the guards who were going upstairs and finding us, as well as Dev, who were kind of the ones at fault in their eyes, and tried to draw their attention, but did not succeed, and instead just kept on following, to which the rest of us, her party members, decided to try to help along the attention and try to help her track this person or get to this person. So Zestin turned into a guardsman and tried to convince the guards that, like, oh, hey, the actual suspect is down below, blah, 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 and took off on his own that way. And Eleanor got kind of accosted by the guards, trying to keep her there, even though she tried to slip away, tried to convince them otherwise and throw her power in their faces and such. Didn't quite work out, but she did end up going down below as well after she kind of slipped away from them, and they were kind of chasing her too, I think. Everyone gets outside, track this woman down, corner her in the hedge maze, Nora climbing over said hedge, standing on top of it and like casting hold person on her, and the rest of us tracking her as well and getting to her at that point. She is then arrested by the guards, and Valya is very, very annoyed that she did not get to question her since we did all the work. But she's dragged away. Valya did get to ask one question, being, why did you do this? Why did you like attack my father, right? And the woman goes, it's not my, what was it? It's not in my,
it's above her pay
grade. That's above my pay grade. Yeah. That's what it was. And is dragged away after Valya rolled a pretty good persuasion check to get her to answer it all. And the woman was very disdainful toward Valya and her family in theory. But yeah, and then we don't hear anything more from her as she's dragged away, and we just kind of go back to the party, which has kind of been ruined. Karen's mom, I mean, not Karen's mom, Eleanor's mom.
Karen's actual mother joined as a guest. She didn't really know what was going on.
It was really crazy. But Eleanor's mom, very pissed about the whole situation. Eleanor tries to introduce her to us, but she's not really in the mind space to be introduced to new people. Her dad is kind of like, hey, it's okay, maybe not right now, honey, and kind of like pushes Eleanor out of the room and such. And her mom continues fretting on her own. And as we are let back into the empty party room that is presently mostly abandoned because of the chaos of the evening, we Zestin tries to convince the rest of the party to kind of hang out and just party it up with all the leftover food and alcohol left here for the festival and everything. And Eleanor vibing, which was really cute, actually. like this whole scenario came together with Eleanor being like, no, and him trying to convince her in a very flirtatious way, and her taking it in a super platonic, like, nah, like that's not ever gonna work on me, buddy, kind of vibe. And like everything kind of fit together as like an older sister vibe to Zestin. Like as I was going through, I was like, she's like older sister vibes entirely now. So very much try to get Zestin to go and do something productive and everything. Though he does stay behind and hang out with Nora, and they party kind of into the night. At which point, let's see, Nora and Zestin go off to do some vandalism over at the Spires, just to mess with what's his name? Wow. I want to say Alphonse from like Full Metal Alchemist. I'm like, it's not Alphonse. Arafel, yeah. Over at the Spires.
We'll accept it.
In the process, Adenora ends up disappearing and heading home on her own. Zestin finishes a little bit of vandalism for his own amusement. Gets like a natural 20, I think, climbing to the windows and stuff like that. So
and
wild.
Nat 20 stealth getting out.
Yeah, like that man. This is what he does.
Yeah.
I have to say that part was pretty cool. I watched the end of that session. I was just like, man.
That was so funny. Yeah, he's got his moments, and he makes his way back to his own. Oh, well, I think he finds an alleyway, actually, settles down into it, and Zestin sleeps anywhere, but as he does so, there's a moment where Arian, or kind of all of him all at once, is kind of present for a moment, and Ari realizes that he's not quite so alone. So as that happens, and I realized that Buyu, I realized that I forgot that Buyu is a magical item and that I can actually use it. So locking that in now. So that's awesome. And that's basically what I remember of the after session, of the after fight, basically. So Valya, if you can fill in the details, I think I missed a bunch of stuff.
You got a lot of it. The couple things I would say was when Arafel and Valya were leaving the Alfsoul Manor, Arafel kind of says he's looking for Ari and tells
You're right.
us about the research that he did. Oh yeah, because Ari was like, I don't remember why he told all of us, but he ended up telling all of us about the research.
Because Zestin was currently.
Oh, that's right. It was Zestin.
Zestin was currently present.
You're right.
And Zestin was like, here, I'll take some notes for the kid.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he told us about the different planes, and that maybe someone in the Spellbinder Guild or in the Spire might know how to cast a spell to get back there.
And the Ashari might be his next step as a plane shifting option.
No. He said that there are rifts to the elemental planes, but that would not exactly help. He said there are rifts to other planes, but those are to the elemental planes, and they're very big and dangerous and heavily guarded. If there are any rifts to the Feywild, he does not know about them.
Yeah.
Got it.
But
maybe they'd know how to find them. Sorry, continue.
Well, that's true. But he said to try to look in the Spire, the Spellbinder Guild. Oh my goodness. First, I think, though.
Okay.
Arafel is also worried about Nora traveling with Ari because says Ari seems so unstable. Zestin gives us a bunch of names of places to visit in Kymal, and Valya recognizes that all those places are either really trashy or closed or out of date. And we realize
10 years
Zestin thinks that he'd been there recently, but he's missing about 10 years of his memory or his life. And then as Valya's leaving, Arafel stops her, and he kind of wants to know the best way he can socialize and stay, grow in the political circles. He wants to be married to a noble family to legitimize his family's guild and obtain a citizenship. Valya tells him that she'll try to provide him with some names of people who might actually be willing to socialize with him, if she can think of any. And then Valya heads home, where she kind of checks on her father and talks to Kynan a little bit, and where he decided to go with her on this journey. And that is it. I think you covered most with the list. Pretty good.
A little bit.
Wow.
Like nice spicy moments that I missed. Ooh.
What?
Wait, what?
What'd you say, Lizzie?
No, I just said I just missed those like really spicy moments.
The spicy moments, yeah.
I am going to say, for the sanctity of the continuity, there is an entire text message thread of conversation that has been going on the entire afternoon of conversation that happened off screen between Kynan and Valya.
Whoa.
Interesting.
So,
Kynan's
if I ever
coming
make this
with us, though, right?
What?
Kynan's coming? That's what she said. Sorry.
I did say that. But you guys don't know that till next morning, so,
Got
it. Do we ever find out what Dustin wrote on Arafel's window?
No, he didn't say.
Nope.
It was privately messaged to me. That is between Zestin and God. And by God, I mean me.
I mean, Zestin and Arafel, and I was like, well, yeah, but
and Arafel, who probably saw it at some point, and maybe a couple other people on his hall.
Something that only goes between Zestin, Arafel, and God. It sounds like a marriage.
Zestin can dream.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, Arafel's trying to marry for money and power and everything. He's not going to get any of that from Zestin, unfortunately.
That is true.
Maybe some power, but not the right kind.
Okay, so
right. So, for Eleanor's sake, was there anything that you were doing that evening? I will get back to you.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you guys were doing? Sorry, go ahead.
Wait, because we're leaving the next morning for the thing, right?
We're leaving in the morning.
I probably want to go stock up, see what weapons to take. Oh, and I'm also going to try to pick out a constellation dagger for
Don't do it. Don't
a consolation dagger?
Don't do it, Eleanor.
For who?
He'll cry. He'll be so sad.
No, he won't.
Don't do it. He'll be so sad.
He's one of my nicest ones.
Fine. Do what you will, but let it be known that the DM was pressuring you out of it. You're just gonna have to deal with the sad little puppy dog eyes, and it's gonna be devastating for all of us.
Who, her brother? That's the only man in Eleanor's life. But
what?
Nothing.
So yes, you can obtain a dagger. I would say you will have to mark off. I believe it's 4 silver.
Wait, what if it's one of mine that I made?
In
my workshop thing.
I would say that it's you don't have any currently. As soon as you make them, you sell them.
Oh.
And you've not spent any time in game making them. So
so I don't already have a stash.
No, you sell them. That's how you earn your keep at the fellowship.
Sad.
It's 4 silver, you big baby.
Yeah.
All right, I'll expend 4 silver.
I'm pretty sure he's given you a solid 200 gold at this point. I think you can swing it
at this rate. Yeah,
it's true. All right, I'll expend the money.
Okay. And any mundane supplies that you want, you don't need to tell me you're getting it. Just mark off the gold. I don't care that much.
Okay. I did want to ask a question though about Buyu.
Yes.
For Buyu, just to clarify, is it a +1 to attack and damage rolls only for the magic item or like magic stuff, right? For spells and such. Okay, cool. So then to clarify that, but then also, is it +1 to my? Is it also a +1 to my DC?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, no worries.
I did pin.
I just wanted to clarify that.
I just pinned that.
Yes. No, I was looking at it and it didn't mention it, so I was thinking it wasn't, but I just wanted to make sure.
Also,
yeah, it
wants
is.
To squeeze you for all you can get. She can get DM.
Got
It
to.
is +1 to spell, attack, and damage rolls. Gosh.
Mm-hmm.
And advantage on con saves to maintain concentration on spells.
Beautiful.
Why not edit that?
Also, question: what is the ratio of like silver to gold pieces? Because I just have like gold pieces marked down.
So it's 10 silver to 1 gold. It's completely 10 based. So 10 copper is 1 silver, 10 silver is 1 gold, 10 gold is 1 platinum. And then there's another one mixed in there, but we don't talk about Electrum.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
So that means I would subtract 0.4.
Yeah, you can make change.
Hmm?
Or there's you can just like make change for it.
When you break one in half, it turns into 10 silver pieces.
You.
Thank you.
I'll correct my.
Like a video game when you snap something and it like ding, 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 multiple things pop out.
I
have a disguise kit, guys. Why do I have that? I'm a changeling. That's so funny.
I love it. I love it.
It's so you can draw fake mustaches on people.
That's probably fair. But also, he probably has it so he could help disguise the other boys way back when, because he would disguise himself and they couldn't. So it makes sense, I guess.
Okay. So, Eleanor, you have gathered a dagger. And you are if there are any mundane things that you want to get, like torches, rations, like rope, like anything that you could find in like a basic mundane general store, just mark off the gold like normal prices.
What are normal prices? Is there like a
you just look it up, like Google rope price D&D 5e.
All right.
If you think something sounds too much, then you can ask me.
Okay.
But I am honestly terrible at pricing things. I have no idea how much things should cost.
Okay, that's not nice. I mean, not nice. That's pretty good. 50 feet of hemp rope for 1 gold.
Yeah. You're good.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, any like mundane supplies that you need, go ahead and mark off the gold for. Okay. Is everyone good?
I did text you, but just make sure you saw it. Valya, since Kynan is now coming with her, she would have asked him to find another drifter, watcher, someone to check in on Nora's family while they're gone, just so that way she keeps her promise to Nora.
Okay. Are you going to request someone specific, or are you just going based off of who Kynan trusts?
She's going to... She'll let Kynan pick who she trusts, but she'll say...
Vash.
I was about to say, maybe... She's about to say, maybe not Vash. I don't...
He trusts Vash with his life.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough. Go ahead.
She is one of the few people that he genuinely trusts with his life.
Interesting.
Like,
nice.
They're not romantic, they're not platonic, but a secret third thing. Bonded like stray cats that can't be adopted separately.
Nice. Love it.
It's a very similar dynamic to Steve and Robin, if you've seen Stranger Things. It's Steve and Robin.
I have two Stranger Things. Which one's Robin?
The girl with the
She's
short
they-
hair.
She's lesbian.
They work at the ice
Oh,
cream shop
yes,
together.
yes. They are very
Like,
cute together.
new
That's
character.
fair.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
absolutely
I
fair.
love her
Yeah,
so much.
that's the dynamic. They are like they're like stray cat soulmates.
That's adorable.
I have one quick
Are we
question.
still level 4?
Yeah, you're still level 4.
Okay.
How many days are we like?
You guys really need to level up.
I know.
We're
How many?
trying.
Do something worth leveling up.
We're trying.
We survived an assassination attempt. I mean, it wasn't on us,
Yeah.
but still, we survived one. So, like, I mean, what more do you want from us?
What do you want from us?
I want the joie de vivre. I want drama.
You want drama? I'm gonna give you drama.
Oh, give me
all
drama.
day.
That's a good point.
We'll bring the drama.
Valya
like,
level up and no one
drama.
else.
No, but how many days are we actually going to be spending traveling? Because I'm just trying to see how much rations to buy.
2 weeks. 2 weeks there, 2 weeks back. You guys don't have to buy rations. The rations will be provided for you by the guild.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Yes, Nora.
A couple. Are you still doing whatever Eleanor wants to do before we leave?
We're
Or is
always
she
doing
done?
whatever Eleanor wants to do. What do you think this is?
Yeah, I'm the DM now.
I would Valya have told me who would be like looking after my family?
No.
No.
Well, Sure.
I would.
Well, okay,
thought
if
it was
not,
Kynan,
regardless,
but I didn't.
I
know.
would
I mean, you can assume Arafel is going to look after them.
that's fair. Okay, no, that's right, because he's not coming with us. Scratch that. I will give one of my sending stones to him before I leave. Or at least like leave it with him. And I'll have the other one. And then I wanted to
Wait, when did you get a sending stone?
Yeah, where did you get the sending stone?
I don't remember, but it's in my inventory. So I know I have it.
One. Someone else might
I think
have
it's connected
the other
to
one.
someone.
It might be connected to
Crap,
someone.
who gave it? Never mind. You know what?
I feel like someone did give us the sending stone for some reason. I don't remember who or
Someone
what.
did give it
Was
to me, but I
was
don't
it
remember
not
who.
Arafel? Was it not Arafel?
Or was it Arafel? Did Arafel give her a sending stone?
I will go back and look for that. But that is not a today problem. That is something I will have to worry about later.
Good question.
If I can find it within the next 10 minutes, can I say and if it is Arafel, can I say that? Well, I guess he already has one. You know what? Words are coming in my mouth and I'm not making sense. So let me backtrack the last 2 minutes and pretend this didn't happen. Okay.
Very good.
You have two. You're giving one to Arafel.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to make sure we have plenty of, I guess, rations, specifically food.
Guild provided.
Guild provided. Okay. I want to go and buy a compass.
Mark it off.
Yay.
It's a mundane item. I do not care.
You not care? Okay. 'Cause I don't have
We go shopping for fun things, not boring things.
Fair enough.
She's
If
trying
you
to
want a
use
magic compass, then we can talk.
Oh.
I want a potion of invisibility, please.
Like, actually?
Yeah, like actually. I know. I'm
All
sorry.
We're gonna. Potion of invisibility. 180.
Okay.
You probably
Ooh.
could not get a. That's Valya money, not house money.
I know. That's a lot.
Just so you know.
I'll think about. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of money.
You can ask Daddy for money.
Daddy is unconscious.
Fine. He's fine.
You want me to go ask Daddy for money? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes. I want you to try. Try
You think
explaining that to him.
What?
Try explaining that to him. Why you need a potion of invisibility.
I'm going on a dangerous mission. What more does he want from me?
Well, then he's going to ask why you're going on the dangerous mission.
I'll say take it. Well, tell him he can ask you know who, and yeah.
Are you actually going to ask Daddy for money?
I don't think so. I think her pride's too much.
That's what I thought. I thought she would have too much pride for that.
She does. She has too much pride. That's okay.
Aaron, can you say that line again closer into the microphone?
Which one?
Are you going to ask Daddy for more money?
If I can stop laughing.
Yeah.
You can ask Daddy for more money. Anyways, guys.
Whoa.
Well then. By the way, just to
something.
give you the short list. Just to give you the short list of what Aries gonna pick up for their travels and stuff. Beyond like the kit stuff that he already has because of his background or the
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm pretty sure I know. 2 boxes of donuts, 1 box of glitter.
I was about to say cookies. He picks up some more moon butter sugar cookies, and another box of pastries.
Okay, very well.
Along with that.
Go ahead
But
and mark 5 gold.
Is it okay if he picks up oil as kind of mundane things, but oil, and I'll mark off the gold, oil, a healer's kit, and a whetstone?
Yeah.
Any stone's a whetstone if you spit on it.
Thank you, Isabel.
You're welcome.
But yeah, he's picking up another gift just in case he doesn't have enough gifts for everyone, because I think I was missing 1, but we should be good.
Okay.
I will actually pick up a bottle of fine wine.
Okay. Are there any other bottles of liquor that you're getting?
Me?
Yes.
Do I know if anyone particular likes any particular alcohol?
You did make a promise.
I did? Who did I make a promise for? Oh, Kynan. Yes, I picked him up. What did I promise him? I wrote it down. Some kind of
You promised him 2 bottles of whiskey, a specific, very specific kind.
Yes, I did. Okay. I will go pick up 2 specific bottles of whiskey and a bottle of wine.
And a bottle of wine.
Very well. Okay. So. Oh gosh. Okay, I gotta take my sweater off. I'm so excited.
So you good there, girlfriend?
I'm not. Actually.
Okay.
This is gonna be great, guys. I am so excited. Oh my gosh, what? Let me get to my dang caravan.
Okay, let's get to the caravan.
No. Tell me your thing now.
What kind of
I've already stopped my train of thought for this.
What kind of magical compasses are you talking about?
The kind that I was being sarcastic about.
Oh.
I'm going to text something in the chat so I don't interrupt you, Aaron, but it's everybody else. Sorry,
Cool.
Go ahead.
Okay. Correction. I actually just thought of one that I do have on a table at Trinkets and Tronkets, but that would not be of any use to you here.
Gotcha. Okay.
You'll have to ask her about that later. It is a cool thing. Okay. So, everyone convening at the West Gate. Oh, goodness gracious. Somebody's running a lawnmower?
I think it's your fan, Izzy.
It doesn't sound like it normally does.
Isabel, what is this name change?
Oh. Okay, so the group all convening at the previously agreed upon spot And you see the caravan assembling, saddling horses, getting everything collected. It's a rather busy swarm of people. A good amount of the people here are actually human, dressed very, very differently from the people around here. Valya. Oh, you've got different names now. That's great.
Ariel.
I spelled it wrong. Okay, I'm sorry. Too fast.
Lost my train of thought. Oh, but packing up the carts. Everybody's seems to be just about ready to go. You guys ready to go? And it occurs to you, none of you guys have any horses. But you hear a whistle from behind you. And you see none other than Arafel Duna with a horse. Kymal Duna with another horse. Mohandas Duna with a horse. And Kynan. Each
all the boys
leading a horse.
Wow, Kynan!
Are we with the caravan right now, or are we
at
this place?
You are up at the caravan. Yes.
Okay.
Wait, they're coming with us?
People are bustling. You're at the gate. The caravan is assembling, like getting ready to exit the city.
Mm-hmm. I rush over to Kynan.
And he kind of gives you like a very like Kieran's kind of demeanor reminds you a lot of Duke, but like way nicer. He's like if Duke was nice, but he gives you like the I don't know what that's called when you do that on somebody's head. Is it clear that I don't have brothers? Trying not to make that too overtly obvious.
A noogie? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I was very confused. I thought you meant like forearm bumping against his head, and I was like, I'm not sure what this is.
No, sorry. I grew up with 5 sisters. We didn't give each other noogies. So a noogie would end in a stabbing. But he kind of pushes you back. What's this?
Cut it out.
What happened to the ginger one, huh?
He kind of like pulls his hair a little to the front to look at it, and he goes, "Oh, yeah, I don't know. I guess I needed to change."
Huh. Not mad. You look tough. And he kind of gives you a little punch in the shoulder.
He grows like a half inch taller. Oh wait, you're coming with us though?
Oh no. We're just bringing you these. And he kind of pats the horse on the side. It's a smaller one, almost a pony.
Mm-hmm. He goes, is he mine now?
Well, we're really hoping you bring him back.
I
mean, it'd be an awfully long walk back to Singorn after you get to Kymal, so we're kind of hoping he makes the trip back.
Okay. I have no idea how to care for this thing.
That's okay. I'm sure the nice ladies can help you.
Okay. Cool.
You can probably ask and he kind of looks a little bit wide-eyed over at Eleanor. She's like really smart. You can probably ask her.
Yeah. Okay. She probably knows. And he sees like Eleanor is like taking the horse, like probably has had a horse all of her life and knows how to care for one and all that. Blah blah blah.
Eleanor, you see this absolute wisp of a boy, kind of pointing over with Aerie, pointing over at you and looking at you very like deer in headlights kind of looks very flushed. and kind of like turns away and hides
what?
a little bit.
Wait, what?
Wait,
wait.
there's a little boy next to Erie?
No, Kyran, the youngest Duna.
Oh.
He's not like a little boy. He's just smaller in comparison to his brothers.
He's young. He's young. He's older than Eri. Like he's probably like he's not quite an adult. In like human years, he's probably like 16.
And he was gonna lead a mission?
Yeah. He's tough. He's tough.
Hey, there was a 12-year-old who had, a whole ship to himself as part of history. He was like a captain of a whole ship, like merchant ship. Anyway.
Yeah. Don't diss Kyran.
Yeah. Kids can do crazy things.
Yeah, he's great.
Wait, what's going on? Do you guys know each other? Do you know each other? Do you guys hate each other? Because I kind of like her. She's kind of cool.
No, yeah, she's cool. She's cool. They're Kamali's friends with her. She's been around once or twice, and see her at the Red House, and stuff.
Oh, have you seen her fight? I heard that she was really good.
Yeah, the ground is very interesting. Apparently.
Oh, here. I'll go introduce you. You know each other, right?
Oh no, that's fine. That's
he drags you over.
You don't need.
As you're saying it and everything, he grabs Kieran's wrist and drags him over, tugging very animatedly. Eleanor, he seems so much more animated seeing Kyran than he has in the past like couple days, but drags him over to me. He's like, Eleanor, this is my friend. He's the one who hired me for the guild and everything.
Oh. Well, I guess that explains how you managed to get hired, but, Yeah,
because he's so cool, and he has, so much power and sway with the guild and all that, yeah.
Right. Maybe he's just, like, youngsters getting duped by another youngster,
I'm not that young. I'm pretty much an adult.
You knew who I was every time you saw me.
You're not
crazy.
quite there, but you're getting there. Don't worry. You'll be quite the leader once you are fully grown.
Oof.
He stands up. I'm pretty much fully grown, actually. I'm supposed to be leading a mission myself, actually, if somebody didn't ruin everything. And he shoots a glare over at Mohandas.
Yeah, Kieran probably would have done perfectly on his job.
Well, but you're not, so.
He looks genuinely dejected.
Wait, Aries really, sees this.
It's really all right. Enjoy your youth for a little bit more, get some training and learning in, and you'll be a master at it in no time.
Airy subtle spells enhance ability to give him the charisma of eagles or eagle splendor. He sees that that Kyran is tripping over his words and stuff, and he's like, oh, he needs a little oomph. And so he just like pours this charismatic magic into him. Like he pats him on the back and he's like, nah, Kieran's pretty much already as great of a leader as he'll be because he's awesome.
He actually straightens up a little bit. Almost seems like he's like an inch or two taller. Actually, I have a class that I teach. I take in some of the younger boys off the street and, teach them how to fight, teach them how to live. That's kind of what I do.
It's an admirable, and I'm all for youngsters, getting involved, helping out. It's just that, life is all about ever learning and ever growing. I'm still not at, the level where I would like to be. We're all on a path and we're all at different points in that path too.
my Eleanor, my uncle.
It's really not a big deal. You're a great kid. You're a great kid.
My uncle says that age is really like the smallest factor in anything that you do, you know? Because I mean, like what does age matter when you do really cool things? And if he's doing really cool things now, that doesn't really change anything if someone old isn't doing anything cool at all.
No, you're absolutely right. Age alone does not determine our abilities, but
exactly, it's just a number.
I'm sorry, Karen, what was that?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. But you know, sometimes we need experience in addition to our abilities as well. It helps us strengthen and refine us.
When you say that, his ears perk up a little bit and he stands up even straighter. Really? You think?
Yes, absolutely.
What kind of experience would you recommend?
Well, you know, you're already teaching the young boys on the streets. So that's a great start. You know, you might take some classes yourself because, you know, it's not only enough to be a teacher, you also have to be continually learning and increasing, which I'm sure you're doing, but you might want to apprentice one of the great masters sometimes.
Like yourself.
Well, you know, if I had time, usually, I mean, if it weren't for this mission, I wouldn't mind training you a bit. You know, you could. And if
that's so cool, you guys should totally work together.
And maybe develop some of those skills. You know, I could put in a good word for you there.
I'm sure the boys that I'm training would love to hear from an actual swordsmith. I'll tell them to look forward to a seminar that you can teach when you get back.
Oh, absolutely.
And he nods and cuts you off and walks away.
Wow, that's so nice of you, Ellie, to you know, to do the what's it called? Seminar thing? What is that?
Oh, well, you know, it's just me probably demonstrating them a bit of the techniques of using a sword. And you know, I'm all for helping the young urchins off the street. After all, it gives them something profitable to do, you know, unlike others who run around stealing bread and, you know, other things from market.
Oh yeah, like yeah, I bet that would be. He's completely like ignoring the after of what you said, but he is considering what you said in the first place, and he's like, yeah, my friend Dash, he probably would have done a lot of cooler, even like greater things if he got trained when he was younger. He kind of had to pick up the stuff he knows on his own. Maybe you could teach my friends when we meet them. I think you'll like them. I think Dash will like you.
Oh, that reminds me, you're your friends. You know, I have something for you.
For me?
Yes. Now,
okay.
You know how I said that I couldn't give you an aboleth tooth dagger to give your friend, and I know you were dejected and sad. But
I thought you gave it to me. I have it written down in my I have a dagger, aboleth dagger, in my inventory. I thought you gave it to me.
No, I thought I didn't. Didn't I say no?
I'm fairly certain she said no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Nice dagger. I also have a nice dagger.
He has what he thinks is an aboleth dagger.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's a very nice dagger that was a fake aboleth dagger, and I just don't know the difference, so it didn't occur to me. I'm like, oh, but you already gave it to me, and I pull it out.
Well, you know, details. I have a gift for you.
Oh,
I got you a really nice dagger.
Oh, cool! I love gifts. What is it?
You should give it to
you. Kind of bounces around you.
And I pull it out, and it's this dagger I brought. It's you know, it's got some nice
It's a normal dagger.
That's a normal dagger, but it's nice
normal.
Oh, cool. How nice in comparison to the nice dagger that I already got from you before is it?
It's nicer than the one you got.
Okay. Can I keep both?
Yes, you can, but don't you want to give the nicer one to your friend for his birthday?
Oh, I was planning on giving both of them to different friends. I was going to give the really cool aboleth one to the Duke because he's a little harder to impress sometimes. So I gotta, you know, make sure to give him the best of the best. But Dash would also appreciate a new dagger because he uses it so much that they get kind of messed up pretty fast.
Perhaps when you give it to him, you shouldn't tell him that it's an aboleth tooth dagger.
But why not? That's like the cool aspect of it. The fact that, we all helped kill one, and now we have an aboleth tooth dagger. And he looks at it and he's like, I mean, I guess it doesn't really look like a tooth. I don't know why. What did you do to it?
Ari, I can't do this. I have to be honest.
Oh.
It's
I was literally about to say, so my alignment is when I lie, but her alignment stays the same, and then she opened her mouth. Okay, never mind. Why?
I was just about to throw in like a line of like, oh yeah, by the way, thanks for like telling me the truth the other day, blah blah blah. Just about to do it. Go ahead.
It's a regular dagger.
What do you mean?
I couldn't give you an aboleth tooth dagger, so they kind of made it to look like one. We just told you it was one. It's not.
Oh.
It's just that aboleth tooth daggers, they're very important weapons. It takes a lot of time to craft, and they're a little bit more dangerous than your regular daggers.
Well, yeah, that's why I wanted to give it to the Duke, because he's really important.
Right, but I don't know the Duke. Surely you can understand. I only made a few of them. I only have 3, and
why didn't you just tell me that I couldn't have one?
Well, I did, but then you seemed so sad, and I felt bad. So I'm afraid my emotions caused me to make a wrong decision, but I should have remained firm in my principles and have.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you aren't too disappointed.
I'm gonna roll for his reaction. We'll see. It's a new day. I would say his face doesn't necessarily like fall or anything, but he stands a little straighter and everything. He's like, oh yeah, I understand. I'm gonna go back to my horse, catch up, kind of thing. And he just kind of like runs on back.
I'm just thinking, you must really be mad.
If you want, you can roll an insight check.
Yes.
I'll roll for him.
EVP.
He's good at playing it up, but I rolled the same terrible roll.
I'm pretty sure my insight bonus is like 0, so let me check. Man, I really did forget that we gave him that other dagger.
I know, right?
In your defense, I did too.
I was just like, what?
I totally did. I thought I had one. I was under Aries' impression.
That wasn't even a roll. That was pathetic, man. That's a
I was like, oh, I have such a cool gift to give to the Duke.
Yeah, he was so excited to give this guy that clearly like means a lot to him and like he respects a lot, a weapon made from the remnants of a beast he slayed himself. Like
it was gonna be such an epic moment. He was like, because the Duke is never like, the Duke never fully respected Aerie, like not like in a terribly mean way, but in the way like an older sibling probably like wouldn't respect like a brat little kid or like one of the brats that runs along with him, that kind of vibe. So he was like, oh, he's gonna think I'm so cool now, all of that. What'd you roll?
A 9.
A 9. I rolled like he's pretty good at. Okay, so I rolled low for Aerie and all deception stuff and all that, but he rolled higher. So he doesn't seem like upset or anything. He seemed like maybe a little more mature than he has been in the past and stuff about the whole thing,
Okay, so I'm like, well, he didn't take it that bad. Not bad. I knew this would be just fine.
And Aerie's going to figure out mounting and riding a horse for the first time ever, because I don't think he's ever had the opportunity.
Actually, that's a great point.
Didn't we ride horses when we went with Arafel on his mission, or any one of the two of them?
Yes,
we were gone days trips.
Days trips.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then in my mind for this, maybe those were like some really like gentle kind of horses and stuff like that, gentler creatures maybe, and maybe this was just a little bit harder to handle, like for a newbie, you know. That whole deal. So he's figuring it out and he's like, oh, I have to actually take charge of the horse now and stuff like that. And he's like, am I hurting you, Mr. Horse? And all of that.
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and roll me animal handling just for kicks.
Just for kicks. That's a better roll that I have been rolling. That's a 16.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he seems to settle down, and you seem to you might be getting along just fine.
Okay, cool. He's gonna name him Calcifer.
I love Calcifer.
I know, same.
Okay. Amazing. Yes, Eleanor, your horse is guided to you by Kymal, who gives you kind of like a good-natured like shoulder punch and pretty much like just a nod. Like,
I'll just nod back at him.
Your relationship is good. It involves very little talking. And there's just the mutual respect of someone who can like throw down in a fight. Like, there's that respect. That was the entire basis of your friendship, was the fact that you guys regularly beat the crap out of each other at the Red House.
Oh.
That was literally the only reason he picked you, was because you were the only fighter at the Red House he actually respects.
Bad, not bad. Yeah, I'll just take it from him. Give him the head nod.
That's it. That's the relationship.
Nice. I love it. I love it.
I'm trying to decide who I want to pick on next. Oh, both of these are going to be great. It's a dice roll.
I know. There's so many levels of all that this
so many
is going to be.
Many levels.
They're not coming with us though, so it's just the first conversation before we leave. Yeah.
Yeah, just saying bye. No, Mahonda steps forward like decently, uncharacteristically confident, and passes the reins off to you. I seem to have remembered something that I forgot. I believe I made you a promise. And he hands you like a small packet of paper with like something thicker stuck between the sheets. I still don't do words. I hope that'll suffice. And
I remember promising me.
And you kind of peek in. You can peek inside. Like, it's just like loosely tied papers. Yeah. It appears to be sheet music. Ooh. And inside is a small box of what looks to be cigarettes. I hope those are what kills you.
Okay, damn. I am so sorry. Isabel remembers nothing about this conversation. Oh. So I'm so sorry. Isabel cannot.
I remember the cigarettes thing because I actually
don't remember the cigarettes. Like, what happened?
It's been a back and
too many secrets.
The first thing you said to him was, because he had just lit one up when you approached him. You said those things will kill you, and that was also one of the first things that you said to him when he came back from the dead.
Okay, yes. Sorry, my brain just had a fart. I was like, what did I even? So yeah, so
It's okay. It's even better because now Nora and Eleanor will also get that.
Yes, they're rehashed. Everyone's caught up to speed. Okay, great. Just kind of look at him and just say, "Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll try not to die till I get back, I guess. So make sure I get the full box worth of use out of them."
He gives you a quiet nod. I dropped a die somewhere. I fidget with
Yes,
the DM.
absolutely.
He gives you a quiet nod, hands the reins off to you, but catches your hand when he hands them off to you, and kind of hesitates, like just feeling the presence of other people being here, but takes your hand and kisses it and try to come back in one piece, yeah?
Of course. I wouldn't do anything different. And just like take a deep breath in.
He kind
of stay safe in your workshop and whatnot. Yeah.
Don't worry, if I'm dying again, it'll be these that kill me. And he taps the box. He kind of looks over your shoulder, catching sight of someone he recognizes. You turn around.
He waves.
It's
No,
Kynan.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
And you kind of turn over and you see Kynan. And Mohandas turns to start to walk away.
Thanks for keeping your promises. That's all she says, and then kind of starts taking the horse away.
His footsteps halt for just a second, and he stands there for a second and fidgets with something attached to his belt and walks over to Kynan.
Oh! Okay.
Takes his
This is all
sword.
just a reverse harem. Continue.
Takes the scabbard off his belt and pushes it at Kynan's chest. Whoa. And gives him a nod and walks away.
Interesting.
Valya looks very weirdly at Kynan, just like, kind of like, what just happened? And also is like looking at what he gave him. It's just like a dagger, a sword.
No, like a full sword.
Interesting.
Very similar
Probably
to the one.
he made.
Very similar to one Arafel carries.
Interesting. And before Mohandas gets away, though, Ari's going to come over and do a handshake with him.
Of course.
Ooh, we're going to roll to see he nails it.
Oh, Ari nails it too. I got a natural 19. Crazy on this roll, my gosh. But Ari kind of like rides over, like he's getting the hang of the horse and everything, little cowl trotting over and stuff, and he swings down and immediately like falls into the handshake with him, like with no warning, kind of. He's like, when it finishes and they like cinch it and like tighten up and fall out, Ari goes, "I'm glad you're not dead."
He looks back at the group as a whole, kind of scans everyone. Yeah, me too, kid.
And he gives him a hug, and then bye.
He looks very startled for a second, but kind of smiles to himself as he makes his leave. Yeah, the rest of them seem to be kind of trailing off. Ari to you as Kieran's leaving. He catches your gaze again.
He does run over to say bye.
Almost forgot. He kind of comes up to your horse because you've been on your horse.
Yeah, he hops back on his horse, trots over. His name's Calcifer. He's cool.
I think you might need the matching one.
Huh?
And he hands you the dagger that is the twin to the one you stole from him way back when.
Ari picks it up, and it's like, I have 4 daggers right now. And he's like, oh. And he crouches down and he goes, you know, most people don't notice when I like slip things away and everything. I'm really good at that. Like the boys taught me well, you know. I think it's really cool that you notice and that you notice, you know, like. And he points at his whole veneer of dash and everything. But in essence, he's pointing at like every single veneer he's ever worn. He's like, I think you're the only person who's ever like seen through everyone, you know? I think that's cool. Thanks.
Yeah, well, I'm not most people. Now am I? And he gives you the clasp, like the bro clasp. I really mean this. I hope you find what you're looking for.
And Ari feels like warmth kind of rising up inside of him, but like different versions of that warmth. And he's like, well, I'm not alone. So yeah, I think I will. Good. When Kieran starts to step away and everything, Ari perks up and he goes, I think I'm also, I don't know, I think something's, you probably already know it. I think everyone else already knows, but I think there's something wrong with me. And I knew that already, but I'm going to try to figure it out. I plan to fix it.
That's a good plan. As he's starting to walk away. Except for the part where you're assuming that there's something wrong with you. And that it needs fixed. That bit I'm not so sure about. But I do hope you figure it out.
And he goes, bye, Kieran. Don't die before we get back.
His back's turned to you and he gives you a wave and kind of shakes his head.
And Ari just kind of clucks at Calcifer. He's like, go. And like trots back to the group.
I think Arafel's the only one left, and he'll kind of like lead the horse around just a little bit to block you off from the group, Nora. He seems a little bit off, but you're not sure what it is. That wasn't you, was it?
What are you talking about?
My window last night.
What happened to your window?
No symbol of the Moonweaver on my window. Wasn't you?
Wasn't me.
And the other part?
What was the other part?
Oh my.
It's gonna roll insight on you.
It's
not really freaking high. You have to roll higher than a 21.
Oh no.
If you're trying to deceive or persuade him of some way.
23.
You. What does he see on your what does your body language say? What does your face say?
She really wants to know what the other thing was because she has no idea.
Oh, okay, cool. So that wasn't you. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to figure out who that was. That's fine.
Well, you're just not gonna tell me. I'm gonna go away for a whole month, and the whole time I'm gonna be thinking, what was on the window?
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Because I'm taking that to my grave.
This is gonna bother me for the next month.
He kind of leans in a little bit. Good.
You just want me to fail, don't you?
I most certainly don't want that.
Well, I was joking, but I figured you actually didn't want me to fail. So thanks.
Why would I want you to fail?
I don't know. I was just joking.
No, but that's coming from somewhere.
I'm not coming from anywhere.
That's definitely.
You're just acting weird because of something that happened to your window. Apparently, it spooked you, ooh, or whatever. You won't tell me.
Okay, spooked is a generous term. It was questionable. Oddly specific vandalism. I'm assuming one of these jokers was behind it, and he shoots a pointed glare at Ari.
Ari is presently like leaning over, like hanging off of the neck of the horse and like upside down talking to him. He's like, "Hi, Calcifer. My favorite food is blah, 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 moon butter cookies," and blah, blah. He's just getting to know his horse.
Well, if it was anyone here, and I had to guess, we would probably come up with the same culprit.
You also left him to do whatever he wanted.
He doesn't have to know that.
That's true.
You had nothing to do with this. I find it hard to believe you had nothing. How would they have known it was my window?
That's a good point.
I don't know. Lucky guess. Also, it's a window. You can look through a window.
There's hundreds of windows. How would he even have known where the dorms were? Much less to climb up from the outside. Actually, that's a great point. How would you even know?
I had nothing to do with this, so I have no idea.
That's gonna bother me. Well, other thing, for the other stuff, the with the cartel.
Yeah.
I've got it taken care of. I've got a plan. I don't think you're going to like it. But I don't think I have any other choices, so...
Ooh. One. What do you mean, plan? You were so gung-ho on leaving this alone. So where did this come from? Also, if any of us stick our business into this again, we're gonna come after our families.
Oh, no, sorry, I mean dealing with the cartel in, like, getting them off our families' backs. That's the plan.
Well, why didn't you lead with that?
Sorry, I thought that was implied.
No.
I kind of thought, do you not remember anything about... Oh. You don't remember anything from that night, do you?
I remember everything from every night. What are you talking about?
You know, when I brought that peace offering whiskey, and then we talked, and then we made some plans, and then you got super hammered. You don't remember any of that night, do you?
And they kissed.
We Of course I remember it.
Insight check. Natural 20. Becky.
Whatever.
Natural 20.
Come on, spill it.
Rachel doesn't remember.
Sorry, what?
So Rachel doesn't remember. I don't think we actually ever talk about. I think it was just implied.
Yeah, it was mostly implied.
Oh, okay.
But like you did talk about like making plans for how to get the cartel, like different methods for getting the cartel off your back, but like based off the notes that were like posted up onto your wall of your apartment were like the first half were coherent and like good thoughts, and then they gradually get worse and worse and less coherent. But like looking over them the next day, you didn't find anything that was like actually useful. So if there's a plan that he's talking about, it's something he hasn't discussed with you before.
Okay, well, just refresh my memory of this grand plan of yours.
Oh, we haven't talked about this, and we won't be talking about it. You're just gonna have to trust me.
Well, I think you definitely should tell me. One, because we're in this together, and also two, revert back to the first point.
Roll me persuasion.
Seven.
Well, he rolled a 3.
Oh!
So, he kind of looks around. Fine. Okay. You want to know? Grand plan. This is it. This is my grand plan. This is the best I could come up with. So, you remember, and he kind of pulls out a piece of paper out of his pocket. You know, the bar last night. You remember that? So apparently that went over pretty well for me. And he hands you a copy of, I will send it to the chat.
And where did he say he got this last night?
So the party went pretty well, apparently. Apparently it went over pretty well. I made some waves. And you know how I danced with Valya because I thought it would piss people off? It apparently didn't go over as terribly as I thought it would. And it got some attention. Oh, would somebody like to actually I'll have Nora read it out for the sanctity of the channel.
Mara Medlings. Issue number 54, All's Fair in Love and Anarchy. With spirits high, blades drawn, and scandal brewing, this year's Zenith Ball has certainly proved that some dances are best led with steel, clashing blades, and flashy partners. One must admit, the House of the Sun knows how to entertain. From Fae-touched fawns to Spitfire smoke shows, the
Scions.
Whatever how do you say it?
Scions?
The Scions certainly brought the color with a menagerie of likely unapproved exotic guests. But with such a red-faced mother, one need not wonder why a son might opt for a little green. Lest there ever be a dull moment We can always depend on our acolyte to turn on an evening, at least when she designs to grace the Mora. Her clash of gods and gallants was a proper spectacle, but clearly all prayers for a well-mannered ball went unanswered. On the darker side, a no name seems to spin both words and ladies with equal deftness. This author's newest curiosity took to the floor with practiced ease, sweeping up partners and whispers in equal measure. Was it not astonishing how quickly he forsook his lady of holiness for a lady of heraldry? With such lofty ambitions, proper ladies must hope or pray. His spinning repertoire excludes webs. A pity things ended with such a sharp damper. While the counselor's words may have been moving, one doubts he intended to be so deeply struck by the evening's affairs. Politics so often stand in the way of a truly stellar party, but never let it be said that an Alfsol revel is without a thrilling finale. In future ventures, may your aim strike true, dear reader.
Woo! I love that.
That is so good. Wait, who's the acolyte? Is that Nora?
In talking about the House of the Sun, you can assume it would be referring to an elf soul.
Oh,
okay.
Eleanor.
Also, nobody in society knows or cares about Nora.
That's fair. She just showed up with the guy, so that's what they care about.
Also, like, you are part of the colorful menagerie of unapproved guests, because like a random priestess. Interesting. Bring a random priestess on the arm of a drow.
That's hilarious.
Amazing.
Thanks, guys.
This
is
so fun.
The writing these is the light of my life.
Oh, no,
this is so good.
I love this.
I love the way it describes things objectively. It's so fun.
Yeah, my favorite lines, just for posterity. The opting for a little green. I was so proud of myself on that one. And then
you have inspired me, Erin. Continue.
The web spinner jab.
That was so good.
That one.
So good.
The holiness and heraldry alliteration. Very proud of that. And both of the comments about the counselor getting shot were funny to me.
Oh,
I love it so much. Oh my gosh.
I need to read these.
This? What's the name of the person who, like, the reporter that's writing this?
Oh, it's like in game, or like what
in-game.
The pop culture thing I'm referencing with it.
In game.
In game, it's anonymous.
Oh, okay, perfect. Erin,
just like Bridgerton.
Yeah. Well, if
Ari dies ever, I'm coming back as this reporter.
No, I was already thinking that. I was like, I don't want to be this.
Let's see who dies.
You guys
first.
only wish you could be me.
It's true.
I just want to have this column in life, you know.
Yeah.
But I just imagine this reporter like accosting this little group and everything, and being like, "I'm traveling with you guys because you guys do crazy crap, and I want to write about it." So maybe it's just someone else who works for this newspaper.
It is an individually published.
Oh, okay, got it. Something like,
and it is anonymously published.
Mm-hmm. But still, this is so great. Anyway,
any who have tried to track down.
That's such a perfect character premise. I love it. Anyway,
yeah.
Moving on.
Thanks, guys, for indulging me on that. I was so excited about it.
I love it so much.
And I apparently need to read them myself because you guys don't give it the oomph that I need.
I got you next time.
Sorry.
But I mean, it's always never going to be the same way that the author.
It's true. The author knows exactly where to put.
Yeah, that
Rachel never read it before, so like she was just trying to.
Yeah, I'm gonna reread the last line for emphasis. In future ventures, may your aim strike true, dear reader.
That is
all. You want the counselor dead too?
No, it's political satire, Karen. You wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't get it.
This is why you're an elf soul. So you don't get
How embarrassing.
What?
You don't.
What are you trying to say?
Anyways, Arafel and Nora were in the middle of a conversation.
I just like how she also publishes your family drama, Eleanor. She's just
I
like,
know.
yeah, it looks like there's trouble in the hills.
I'm just saying, it's not my fault. They have one of the messiest families on the Mara.
I love
They're
it.
They're messy.
Who? The
Not my
elf?
fault. The Outsoles are messy. They're
Wow.
messy and traumatic. It's not my fault. You guys are so easily
and they don't hide
avoidable.
it. That's the thing. You
Yeah,
guys
and they don't hide it. It is like on grand display. So yeah, it's not
my mother's
like,
fault.
okay, you guys to your mother's ball. You brought a priestess of the Moonweaver, a drow, and a fawn who later turned into a red tiefling for the crowd to see. And
That is so.
and Eldarian brought
so
a
true.
half
I wonder what
orcish
they're
woman,
thinking.
a half orcish non-citizen.
Oh yeah, that's
As
true.
his date. So
Your parents really didn't raise you right.
I'm just saying, y'all are messy. Not my fault.
Y'all are messy, not my fault.
Oh yeah, Nora and Arafel were in the middle of a serious conversation. Where was I at with that? Oh, he was about to tell you his plan. So it went surprisingly well for me, and it made me realize, like, after I danced with Valya, there were, like several other ladies that, wanted to see what the fuss was about, and that kind of attention is really good for my family. So
Bad for your ego, but good for your family.
So, I mean, hypothetically, not Valya specifically, but hypothetically, if I were to get into one of these noble families, I could apply for citizenship and get protections for my family. And that would also pave the way for...
Are you talking about, like, getting married?
Don't make it sound so serious. Like,
that's what you're doing.
When Valya explained it, it sounded so much better. It would be a marriage of convenience. It's a political move. People do it around here all the time.
Okay,
apparently.
But like, they're like totally miserable.
I mean, I'm sure Valya has a non-stuffy friend.
It's Valya. Love her, but it's Valya.
I mean, Valya wouldn't be all that bad if,
I'm gonna move past that comment. Not a terrible idea.
No, push him on it.
No. I will not. What was I saying? Oh, not the best idea, but also not your worst idea.
So are you okay? He kind of like reaches a hand up to feel your forehead.
Yeah, I'm cool. Why would I be upset about this? You're looking out for your family. I get it.
You're okay with this?
I mean, as your friend, I would prefer you wait till you find the right person, because obviously you want to you're going to be living with someone for the rest of your life, starting a family with that person, they totally want you to actually like have real feelings for them and kind of be happy until you die. But if looking out for your family is more important than that, which I totally get, and that's so important, then can't really stop you. It's not my favorite option.
I mean, you
for you.
Can.
What did he just say to me? I didn't hear you, Aaron.
Never mind.
No, Aaron, I didn't hear him.
That's a Nora problem.
What? No, it's a Rachel problem. Okay, her and I are very separate right now. I did not hear him.
I didn't say anything.
Roll an insight check, Nora.
I don't remember what I was saying now. Dang it.
You said I can't stop you.
Honestly, I'm at a loss for words, Aaron, because I'm still stuck on what he totally said, but apparently did not say, because I did not hear him.
He like muttered it under his breath, so you barely could hear it. You know,
but you
like,
heard it, Elizabeth. But you heard it.
I did. But we're like the viewer in the book. You know, we're the viewers, so the character may not have fully heard. You know, that whole deal.
I mean, do you want me to stop you from doing this? I mean, it was your idea. No one's forcing you. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. And is that really the best option to get what you want for your family? I mean, I'm sure you've tried for a long time, but there's got to be another option, right?
I feel like if there was another option, I would have found it by now.
Yeah.
And this is where you and I are different. Or I'm responsible for the guild here. Not Mohandas, not Kamali, not Kiran, me. So if anyone's going to get the guild where it needs to go, it's going to have to be me. So I keep saying I don't have to do this, but if I want the guild to succeed, this is what I have to do. As far as stopping me, I'd love another option. But you're really not bad? Or you just seem weirdly chill about this.
Sorry?
I just thought you'd be like, I thought you would have slapped me by now or something. Or like told me to get my head out of the sand or something.
I mean, honestly, I think I'm more in shock than anything else. So, which trumps over me wanting to slap you? I could slap you if you wanted me to.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Thanks.
Honestly, I don't want you to do it. I think it's, in the end, you'll be miserable. I mean, being married to some horrible, rich, floozy wench for the rest of your life?
We're talking about someone like Valya.
Eggs.
What?
Valya perks up across the multiple horses.
No, I'm just kidding.
You're not seriously considering her, are you?
Aries just like, what's floozy?
No, I'm not considering Valya personally. It would be someone like her.
Because she's hot? Sorry, continue.
No, I made it very clear. When we talked about it, I made it very clear that I did not specifically mean her.
Talk to someone else about this before, Nora.
So you already went to her and talked to her about this?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So
I mean, I wouldn't have brought it to you if I thought it wouldn't work.
I feel like you're bringing it to my attention because you secretly don't want it to work and you secretly want me to stop you and tell you not to do it. I know you, and I know when you come up with a good plan and you're on board with it, you're gung-ho and ready to go, but you just seem so not. Like you finally have a solution to this problem that you've been searching for a while, and you just seem worse than ever.
Wow, thanks.
Oh, you know what I mean. You've looked worse.
Wow, thanks.
What? So have I. We've all had our days. Nothing personal. I'm just surprised, I guess, you talked to her about it before me. Not that I mean, you could tell anyone anything you want. It doesn't have to be directly to me first, but it's just, I don't think Valya is your type.
Again, not her specifically.
Why are you focusing on?
You're really fixated on this. I promise you. Valya's probably a bit out of my league. I'd be shooting a little. I'm not. He kind of flicks at the paper in your hand. I'm not quite that ambitious. I'm not an idiot.
Kynan coughs.
So you're gonna go for someone you deem easier than her.
That's exactly what you would hear.
That's not what I meant, and you know it. I mean, I meant easier socially.
That doesn't sound better.
No, it does not.
Okay, if it were not for your friendship with her, I don't know if I could get someone like her to talk to me.
This doesn't help either.
If she weren't using Mohandas for whatever intention she has, she wouldn't be talking to him.
Exactly.
Either.
She's using your brother. You just said it yourself. So what makes you think that she would be of any help to you in finding someone to spend the rest of your life with?
Because that's what these people do.
Matchmaker.
I asked her because she's manipulative and ruthless.
So you're going to use her to trick someone into marrying someone like you, just so
used and
family and the
tricked.
guild are
You
safe.
really think I couldn't attract a woman based off my personality?
I never said you couldn't, but these people care nothing more than about themselves, and anyone lower than them is deemed useless and worthless.
Okay, can we actually hear this conversation? Because this is like, I feel like this conversation has gotten to a point of like the
I would say
voice
at
levels
first-
have risen enough that
at
all of us
first,
have probably
no.
like turned and looked in the direction at least.
He kind of
All
like,
I just hear is manipulative and floozy, and you just like.
Harry just asks Eleanor, "What's wench mean?"
I'd say as the volume has been rising, you can probably hear it, but he kind of like positioned the horse in between them and the group.
You can still
the illusion to give him the illusion that they were speaking privately, and like if they were speaking in hushed tones, it would be privately, but it's gotten a lot louder. So I'd say you could, at this point, you can probably hear what they're saying. Where was I? I totally lost my train of thought. You guys can't do this to me.
Arafel had just said, "You think." ... that I think it was like a "you don't trust me to be able to make the right decision" kind of thing. I think.
Wait, what was the last thing Nora said?
No, he said she doesn't think that he can get someone with his personality. And then
I said I never said that. I said these people only care about what can like benefit them basically, and like anyone lower than them is just not worth their time.
So classist. Oh my goodness. Anyway,
okay.
It's fine.
So in response to that, he would say, "And what exactly do you think I'm doing here? I'd be doing the exact same thing. I'm not any better than them." I'd be offering what I have to offer other than my obvious wits and charm would be I'm the heir to a guild, and if I can get citizenship, the guild would be legitimized. An actual guild that I would be running. That would put me on par with the head of the Mithril Fellowship, the head of the Spellbinders Guild, and the head of the Spires of Uric. Contrary to what you might think, if I can get citizenship, I'm kind of a catch.
Yeah.
So wait, what does any of this have to do with the cartel?
If I get more eyes on my family, if I get into a titled family, I have access to a lot more resources. I have access to protection. I could have my family moved to the Emerald Citadel, to an estate there, and they would be much more protected, both by law. There are no laws that protect us, Nora. The city doesn't protect us. We are pretty much on our own here. You've got the temple. I've got nothing.
Well, you never asked for help. I could ask my dad if he knows someone. Or
I'm not asking your dad for help.
I can ask him.
You are not asking your dad for help on my behalf. He can barely stand me. And what's he going to do? I mean, yeah, he's a prelate, but that's power within the temple. That's not power within the government. What's he going to do against the cartel?
I don't know. He could know someone, or maybe Valya knows someone who can keep an eye out on your family. And I don't know. She's doing that for me while I'm gone, for my family. She would do the same for you, I'm sure.
Nor, I need to protect my own family. It's my responsibility to look after them. It's my responsibility to take over the guild.
I get it's a responsibility, but it doesn't mean you have to throw your life away and be miserable for the rest of your life in order to get that.
Who said I'd be miserable?
Because you're marrying for all the wrong reasons. Anyone who marries for those exact reasons doesn't end up in a happy marriage.
I care less about my happiness and more about my family being alive and the guild continuing. My happiness is secondary.
Well, it shouldn't.
Well, it is. That's my plan. Take it or leave it, that's my plan to protect my family. And I'd be protecting you in that. So unless you have a better idea, I've got some contacts to make. He kind of drops the reins to the horse and circles around. To Valya.
Yeah.
He walks up to her.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
You came.
That, did you?
No, nothing. You came seeking help from your favorite floozy, though?
Okay, she said that, not me.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Manipulative and ruthless.
Ruthless? Using people?
We're going that route, okay? And he kind of his expression kind of shudders a bit. I know that whatever it is that you've got going on with my brother, I've been operating under the assumption that you have good intentions. But I don't want to see my brother get hurt. Yeah.
I mean, you think I do? The things that I've done on his behalf could be dangerous for all of us if it were known. You think I came out of my highfalutin palace in the Emerald City just to mess with your brother specifically? Is that what you think? The things you know? Okay.
I don't know why. I plan on finding out.
That's right, because the things you know couldn't fit in the thimble that my mother uses for her sewing. So I wouldn't start making accusations to people who are trying to help you.
Did you hear an accusation?
Using your brother is an accusation, I think.
Using him to get into the guild. Using him to... What was it he said? Gain contacts? I said I'm using you in the exact same way. I don't see it as having any negative connotations. Do you?
I suppose, but that did not seem like what you were implying to our sweet friend Nora.
So you heard everything?
Just the last couple minutes.
Cool.
You know, I don't fault you for looking after your brother. That is well and good and as it should be. That's really all I have to say, actually. So I'm actually not too upset. I just wanted to push and see where you're coming from on that. But it's fair and valid, and I think Mohannes is lucky to have a brother like you. So I did some thinking, and I don't know. I was hoping you came up with some things. I told you I didn't know any of the people to really, or what to tell them. But
I did. I had written this down. A couple options that you had thought of would be the two routes would be A, easy, B, fun. I can't think of a better word.
Okay.
There would be Gwenera, who is a descendant of the Alderreath family and extremely shy, a bit bumbling, but very scholarly. And that would be a connection that he could have with her, is the study of magic.
Sure. What family?
Alderreath.
Okay.
And then, oh no, where did her name go? I had another one. Oh goodness, where did her name go?
That's okay.
The bottom line for that one, daughter of the guild runner, the second daughter, not the title holder. So the older son is the title holder, and she would be it would still be the ability to he would still be able to apply for citizenship, but he would not be directly in line for a title. So Alderreath, he would be directly in line for an Alderreath title. And for the Indra family, the guild runner, he's the guild runner over all the guilds of Singorn. And that would also be a really good in to have as a guild master. So she is a lot more I cannot think of a nice way to say it. You think she's a bit uncouth. She's very raucous. She likes to party, and specifically she likes to bet on fights at the Red House. That's one of her favorite evenings out. So you can find her usually in the upper balcony of the Red House betting on fights.
Which family again was this?
Indra. Indra.
Okay.
Daughter of the guild runner.
Okay. So those are the best options I could come up with. One I think would be, I think you'd have an easier time interacting in your regular walk of life, but the other one would really relate to you well on the scholarly level. So, I think whatever poison you choose to pick could be interesting for you. Good luck. I can't force their hand for you, but I can at least point you in the right direction.
That's all I need.
Well, I hope that you get everything you want then. And you don't bite off more than you can chew.
I won't and I will.
Just kind of gives him a look of like, you think, but so just kind of nod and say, nope, she won't say anything else. I don't know. I thought there was something I was going to say, but I can't think of what it was. So that's okay.
Kind of stops for a minute, like trying to get out of earshot of Nora. I'm not being an idiot, am I?
I admire your determination and tenacity to raise your family station. And I think that's a very noble idea. I just hope that in the pursuit of this idealized version of things, you don't lose the good things you have.
Oh no.
Oh.
Right. Well, I've got plenty of time to do some thinking.
I think that's a splendid idea. Thinking.
Right. Dangerous pastime.
What else is there, though, really, in life? Oh, wait, what is that? Dangerous pastime? I know. What's that from?
It's Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
And he sweeps you a little bow. Till next time. And he walks away. Turns as he's walking away, turns over his shoulder and looks at you, Nora. What are you doing?
I guess kind of getting ready. You can tell though that her mind's kind of somewhere else. But she's like focused on at the same time with like getting ready and with the horse and stuff like that.
Valya, you see him.
Well, she's gone. Oh, fine. Not a good step for being bold in the social world.
What am I supposed to do?
Can you guys hear me at all?
Oh, no, you cut out for a second.
Okay, my connection did cut out for a second. Maybe. Okay, what did you say?
You said something about like not a good something about not being bold.
Basically, like not a good start if you're trying to be bold in social circles.
Do I have other choices?
I mean, talking to her is a good start.
Yeah, if we talk, it'll probably end up like just a minute ago with, the yelling again.
I can't tell you what to do, but don't leave on a sour note. You might regret it.
You might die.
You suck.
I'll add that to my list of accomplishments that you think about me.
I really don't like you. And yet you're still somehow my favorite of the group.
I don't know what that. I wonder what that says about you.
That I'm a masochist or something. And he walks away.
Interesting.
Yeah, probably a masochist.
Just kind of like not even approaching a hello, just interrupts whatever you're doing, Nora, with, okay, it's a really bad idea. Do I want to go through with it? No. I don't. But I am up a creek without a paddle, no better plans in sight. So if you can think of a better way to get me out of having to do the cartel a favor, if they called upon me for it, if they come calling when you're gone, what am I going to do? I'm pretty much going to be stuck.
Oh no.
I'm pretty much going to have to work with them. I can't protect both our families at once. And God forbid I tell my mother about this and what we got mixed up in. I have to handle this. And this is the only way I know how. And I hope you understand. And you don't hate me.
I don't hate you. I think it would actually take a lot for me to hate you. This is a lot. But it's like, we need to do more in order for me to hate you. Like, marry my sister or something. Like, that would really piss me off, probably.
There are a few people that hate me more than Vero Moonlight and Rohana Moonlight. Right there.
It's okay. The only person she likes is what she sees when she looks in a mirror. So don't be that deeply offended.
I'm not. Hard pass.
I'm not like mad or. I guess I'm mad at the fact that you think this is the only solution. I don't know. There has to be a better way. There has to be. And it's about time people started treating you guys better around here anyway. Like, there just has to be a better way. And I'm going to come up with something. So, hold off on getting down on one knee while I'm gone. Because I'm going to think of something. And it's going to be so much better than this.
That's a tall order.
Nice.
What it's worth, I care about your happiness. I know you said you don't, but I do. So I'm not going to see you be miserable forever. I'm not going to let it happen.
You're planning on sticking around that long?
Well, unless I get killed within the next couple of weeks. Probably. Or unless my parents get tired of me and they kick me out. Which hasn't happened yet.
I mean, don't you live with, at the temple? The temple's like supporting you now?
You know what I mean.
Sure.
But yeah.
No. Actually.
Well, regardless, I care about your happiness, even if you don't. So I'm going to come up with a solution.
Careful, Nilo. Nilo.
That's a bad slip right there. really bad.
Sorry, that was Kynan for a minute. You overhear him. Valya like almost fell off her horse for a second.
No, it's not. I am not putting that into the universe because Kynan knows better than to say her name, right? Anyway.
Oh.
No, sorry. Otherwise, I'd let you.
Dang it. Sorry, Nilo's just a really cool name. Careful, Moonlight. You can't have the criminal underworld thinking that you're going soft.
Me? What? No. No, that was.
All right, the caravan's moving soon, so
Yeah.
if you guys just like kiss and make up and then say goodbye, we've got to move on. Valya kind of shouts it over them.
Come on, Eleanor, tell me what wench means. And Aries just picking his horse up.
It's just an unsavory character, Aerie.
Right,
Oh,
you're
wait.
leaving. Don't die. And kind of punches you on the shoulder.
Don't plan on it. So, thanks.
Woo!
And he walks away. And the caravan finally starts moving. It's like a
When we
freaking
get back,
cruise ship.
he's gonna be married to some random noble.
No. I rebuke that.
When you rejoin the group, Aerie turns to you on the horse, and Calcifer like moves like a little bit before Aerie moves, like his like he swivels his body a little late as the horse moves ahead of him. But he goes, "So, what was that about, Nora?"
Nothing. Just Arafel being Arafel. It's gonna be fine.
Is he getting married?
You know what? Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. But you know what? It's his life. What can I? It's not my business.
Mm. Oh. Okay. That's cool.
I mean, if you call
and
marrying someone for the wrong reasons, cool, sure, but whatever.
whatever. As you kick your horse into a faster trot. That's so funny. In the go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead. I was gonna say something aimless. Keep us moving.
Aaron is muted though.
So, the caravan trots along. Kynan makes a passing comment to you about the sword that Mohadis gave him being really nice. And he gives you a knowing look and continues. And
she just kind of shrugs like, he gave you a sword, so what?
I'm just saying.
Give me a sword. What's with that? Oh, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
I'm just saying. I was right. Sorry, what was that crazy wind out here? This is some crazy wind out here.
It is wild. It's talking. It's full of crap apparently out right now.
Mm-hmm. That's what that is.
That's what it is.
Seems to me like someone being wrong.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh. All right, sure thing.
Take care of that because he's very protective of his weapons. So,
as am I.
Fair enough.
And the caravan embarks. A whole lot of colorful people. Ari, you recognize a lot of the accents to be very distinctly Kymal accents.
Mm-hmm.
A good mix of mostly human, with the occasional half elves, the occasional couple halflings, dwarves. A good mix, a lot more variety of people than
Singorn.
And it's
lovely.
Quite a lovely day's journey. Valya, you managed to avoid.
So who are we protecting again?
This would be a merchant caravan. Does Ari know? Does Ari care to ask?
I think Aries, like at least this Ari, does care to ask, but it's less for very mature purposes, as much as more curiosity, I would say.
Okay. So the caravan that you were protecting,
less responsibility and duty, and more like genuine curiosity. Like, who are we being paid to watch? Like, what? That kind of vibe.
So the guy that is hiring the guild, it's a combination hire of the guild runner and the Christian estate itself. So you guys are basically like extra assurances, and you're a neutral third party. Some people here would know a lot about neutral third parties. Anyways, you guys are like a neutral third party. You're going to return to Singorn and report to the guild runner that all of the goods made it safe and sound. It's basically, you guys are basically like keeping them from committing insurance fraud.
Oh, got it. So we're not even the main guard.
No, Christian has his own guards, plenty of them, and the man himself, Christian. Go ahead and make me a investigation check to see what kind of information you can find out about him. Because it's not secret stuff. It's just a matter of talking to the right people.
Is this all of us?
All right.
Ari specifically because he was asking.
Oh.
You said investigation check, right? Okay. 8.
You saw him. Someone pointed him out to you. He's riding more towards the...
What's it look like?
He's riding more towards the front of the caravan, which is kind of interesting. You'd figure like an important guy should be like in the middle, well protected, but he's up at the front. He's a very, very well-dressed man, but he looks more rugged, like he's familiar with like manual labor, like a very, very broad, stocky built man, about early 30s, looks like, very young, strapping kind of guy, a magnificent beard, like one of the best beards you have personally seen on a human. Like usually only dwarves have beards as sick as this one.
As Ari is like observing and respecting said beard, he starts to like grow facial hair slowly but surely. It's coming out.
He's very, very tanned, dark hair, dark eyes, and he speaks with a... You can kind of overhear a conversation that he's having. He speaks with a bit different. He doesn't sound like most people from Kymal. It's a thicker accent, and not like... It's more polished and refined, like he's not from that area. He sounds more. Everyone from Kymal sounds very rough, a little rough around the edges, and he doesn't. He seems very refined, which is like a juxtaposition against him being a very rugged individual.
Mm-hmm.
Very ruggedly handsome.
Mm-hmm. Ari at this point loses interest and continues riding around, keeping an eye out though, but it's less for, you know, protection's sake and stuff like that, and more for what's something that'll entertain me for this entire caravan trip. So wait, so who all are we traveling with? So we Christian and his guard, and
you've got Casimir Christian. You found out his name is. And
I recognize that name. Why do I recognize that name separately from?
Why do you recognize the name Casimir Christian? Maybe because it's been brought up a couple times.
Sure. But I feel like
roll me a history check, actually.
Because I feel like this happened like at a separate. Rolling so badly. You know what? I'm gonna burn my Tides of Chaos because I want to know. I'm gonna reroll. Aries thinks about it for a second. He's like, well, I don't know about Aries. Is this for me, meta, or for Aries?
It is to call to your attention something you as a player may have forgotten.
Okay, yeah, because I may have forgotten this. 18.
Okay.
So much better.
As you're admiring this man's beard, you realize you've seen this beard before. You've admired it before. You spoke to this man at the ball last night.
Oh yeah. As Nylan? As Nylan?
Yes, as Nylan. You spoke to him as Nylan. And when he walked away, you saw him with an 18. With an 18, you saw him run into, bump into Valya and have a brief conversation with her.
Okay. Yeah, I'll ride over to Valya and be like, so what's the tea on the guy we're protecting?
I'm sorry, I'm just a regular guard. I don't think I know what you mean.
You're just a regular what?
Guard? I don't think I know what you mean.
I'm confused. What are you talking about?
Why would I know him? That's ridiculous. I just got hired to guard the goods on this caravan.
I think Ari would notice at this point. He's getting older, so he'll instead of just muttering everything, he'll be like, yeah. Why would
this morning
a guard? Yeah. We talked about how clueless guards are normally. Yeah.
That too.
Well, bye, normal guard. What's your name? What's your name again? Marielle. Okay, Marielle. That's really close to.
Did you see the chat, Liz? It's probably why you're so confused.
I am kind of confused.
I said
what happened in the chat?
Valya told in the general Rifts chat. Valya told the whole party she's stressed that no one can call her Valya. She does not going to look like Valya the entire trip. She's Marielle for the entire trip. Like usually when she leaves the city, she changes back to herself. But like this is
got it.
Like, yeah. So
yeah.
So yeah. She's like
got it. I think Ari is just for Ari, I think he thinks in terms of like changing appearances and stuff, it's not a big thing. It's like changing clothes to him. So it just he getting more used to it. You know.
Absolutely. Makes sense.
But he definitely nods along, and he'll go with the ruse. Though he says your name in a really weird way every time he says it, like he's tasting it differently every time it comes out of his mouth.
I love that.
But yeah. For the trip, Ari, by the way, takes on the beard and looks a little bit older, but weird since he still looks like a kid with a full-grown beard.
That is weird.
So you guys are pretty much buddied up, Ari and Marielle, and then Eleanor and Adenora. Screw you guys for picking such frickin' similar names. Yeah, crazy how that works. But yeah, the caravan trots along for its first day of travel. Valya, you do notice, you make note of where Casimir and then where Vadim are on the caravan, so you can make a note to avoid them.
And she's wearing one of those, like, you know, like people like wear like the hoods kind of a thing, you know, like she's got something. She's very plain looking too. She's not super like standoffish.
Honestly, if you've got the hood up, you really don't need to keep the disguise up all day.
She just really wants you to look normal, so you fight a monster and the hood falls down and it's like
that's fair, I suppose. I just so when the hood, but then she'll make sure she keeps it up though when she's anyway.
I feel like it is canon though that Valya makes herself look different for any chance that she'll be like pretty much
spotted by somebody.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I bed down far away on the other side of the camp.
Yes. So, as you're all setting up camp for the night, you guys kind of set up your camp kind of along the outskirts, a little bit further away from everybody, get a little bit of your own privacy. Eleanor probably is the only one who knows how to start a fire. Actually,
I actually have matches with me.
And Kynan would.
Kynan would help you.
I think Ari has learned because of osmosis with the boys, or he was forced to learn by one of said boys.
Yeah, that's also a good shot.
Because I mean, if he traveled all the way down to Singorn on his own, I think he had to pick up some survival skills from someone or other who forced it on him. And he was like, "Oh no, it's okay." And they're like, "No, you're gonna learn this."
That is probably accurate. So as Ari, you are very helpfully helping Eleanor set up the fire, and you are absolutely not getting in her way at all.
Yeah, Doc told me to put it up like this, and then Dash told me to do this part, but to not do it too fast.
You can stop rearranging the sticks and just.
But this is the better way to do it, Eleanor. At least that's what I was told.
Actually, I have built many fires in my lifetime.
I thought you were really rich. The boys told me that rich people don't do stuff like this.
Well, I'm not like the other rich girls. I actually spend time in nature and the outdoors.
Harry goes, "Oh well, that's really cool then." But he'll continue thinking that the best way to do it is the way he was shown.
Why don't you go get some dry leaves or something? I'm pretty sure I saw some over that way.
Is this true or is this a lie?
No, I did see some over that way.
Okay. And I'll go and find said leaves.
And I'll be like, good, he's gone, so I'll just start building the fire.
Kynan kind of set some stuff down next to you, Eleanor. You could be a bit easier on the kid. He just wants to help.
Well, I know, but he's just, slowing down the process.
Something you need to know about working with fire is if you squash it out, it can keep you warm. But if you properly build it up, it will be properly contained and useful.
I picture that whole moment, him saying that, as him like rearranging the sticks to his own preference.
Yes, actually, that was exactly what I was picturing, was arranging some rocks around it for you.
Well, we fancy ourselves a wise one, don't we?
You're the one calling me wise.
Well, look, the kid and I, we have an understanding. He knows how it is.
Sorry, this is kind of just an outsider's perspective here of the situation and seeing you all interact for a bit. You guys kind of don't treat him like an equal. And you kind of shut him out of any planning and anywhere he might actually be of useful.
He's a child. You don't normally include children in your strategic planning.
Funny thing about youth is that they tend not to have the biases and, you know, the general I'm trying to find a nice way to say it, because I don't really know you all that well.
Well, look, just shoot straight.
Kids generally don't care what other people think, and I honestly think most kids end up having better ideas than half the generals I've worked for.
Well,
Cut him some slack, he might just surprise you.
I brought the leaves.
all right.
But you know, the Duke told me that the leaves are going to make things really smoky, so I don't think we should really use these to start the fire.
No, that's why you don't get fresh leaves.
Even dried leaves are going to be kind of smoky. Leaves in general. So I brought some like little sticks too that I found, and he'll throw in.
Put the leaves in a pile over there.
Those are really great sticks, Ari. Those will make fine kindling for us here. And
He perks up a little bit.
I do agree about the leaves. Whenever I'm out on the road, they tend to make things a little bit more smoky. So unless we're tending to put up a smoke signal, I would defer to your will, sir.
Harry sits up a little straighter and he's like, yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Right. Now tell me, Ari, why would we not want to send up a smoke signal?
Looks around the whole little caravan. We don't want to draw attention to ourselves because, I mean, we're not really secret though, are we? I mean, we're kind of a big group.
No, but why draw any more attention to yourself when you don't have to? I'd prefer not to get robbed by bandits, though I'm sure you'd be more than capable of fending them off for us.
And he like bashfully looks down and stuff. He's like, well, I've gotten better at it. I helped kill an aboleth. Did you hear about that?
I did, and you certainly look tough.
he kind of just basks in this like little sibling energy all of a sudden. Kynan is his new favorite person. At the end of like the interaction that he has with Kynan for the evening and stuff, he's probably also going to be like, so are you going to marry Valya or something?
To Kynan?
Mm-hmm. You guys are like really close and stuff, and you guys hang out a lot. And I was just hearing from Nora about like Arafel like also finding someone to get married. So it seems like you were, hanging out with her a lot,
He kind of chuckles a little bit and sits back, leaning back onto his pack, kind of like just chilling in front of the fire. No, do you want to know a fun fact, Ari? I actually get paid to hang out with Valya.
Oh, so you don't like doing it normally?
I mean, I'm around if she asks me to be. I enjoy her company. That's why I've stayed with her as long as I have. But I do work for her, so there is that. Well, I work for the city, and by extension for her.
And that means you can't marry your wife?
Well, I mean, that's just not how things are done.
In Singorn or just here in this place? And he kind of just looks up at the world.
I imagine there are other countries and cities where that would also be considered not done.
In the Feywild, you can just kind of hang out with whoever you want to.
Well, you can hang out with whoever you want to. So that's why I'm hanging out with you.
And it completely like sidetracks him from the original conversation.
Because Kynan's smart.
Kynan, 10 out of 10. Love this guy.
As the group kind of settles in for the evening, Kynan looks at you all you're kind of just like all ambling about separately, doing your own thing. Okay, now see, when we had a dead body with us, this was understandable, but this is unacceptable team behavior that we're going to need to rectify immediately. And he pulls out of his, actually, it's probably out of Valya's saddlebag, but he knows where it is, one of the bottles of whiskey that you packed for him, and sets it next to the fire, and then inches it like 2 inches further away from the fire, thinking better of it. Now, wait. Okay, you told me he's a child. Is he actually a child? Because this might not be as fun.
I'm not a child.
He changes forms, and that he's actually older. That's what you said. He looks over at you, Valya.
You know, that's our best guess. Kind of
He's whoever you need him to be.
You know, if you're old enough to come risk your life on this, I'd say you're old enough to have a drink. So we're gonna do this anyways.
He must really like the guys. He's giving away some of his favorite liquor.
Means I like him.
Now, do you all even know anything about each other?
Oh yeah, totally. We're all besties.
We know, you know, professional level stuff.
Except Eleonora. The rest of us are all besties.
Am I allowed to say your...
Wow.
He looks at Valya and he's like, no, I know nothing about that person.
Valya looks around, like there's no one around within earshot. She's like, it's okay, Eric. Just don't be loud.
Yeah, I know her name. Oh, and her dad almost died.
Yeah, we did.
And she's super rich. That's basically all I know. And then Nora has a cat and a brother who's cool.
I do.
A cat and a what?
And a brother.
Oh, and a brother. Nice.
Are those really the most interesting things about me?
I mean, the Jordan denial about being in love with your best friend, that's kind of, interesting.
You
but
really found that out.
How can I be in denial?
Ooh.
Okay, this is one
Sick.
not true. And
I don't
two,
think
it was true.
Burn.
I never admitted
This
it.
is getting good. This is getting good. This is what I was hoping for. He starts pouring
she
up
winks at Kynan, like, you're welcome.
and he kind of like
Conversation out of Nora.
offers you like a little bit of a high five, Valya.
Everything clicks for Ari, and he's like, "Oh, is that why Valya's a wench?"
Oh, Ari, that's not a term.
Kynan's dying laughing.
She punches Kynan. I mean, not hard, obviously. She's not strong.
Roll for an attack.
What?
He has a character sheet now. See if you can hit him.
Actually, I rolled pretty well, so probably. Hold on, I gotta find my attack bonus. I don't attack. What are you talking about? It's probably it's +2, so that's a 17 actually. No? Dang.
Hey, so you guys remember Sir Leander Othniel, Lion of Catharos? His character sheet is based off, or Kynan's character sheet is based off that.
Wait, remember who? Oh, you're Leander?
Yeah, his character sheet's based off that.
Nice.
Because I really enjoy playing it, so.
Yeah.
Suck it. His AC is freaking
I tried to hit him and I missed.
And he kind of just like dodges out of the way. I'm a bodyguard by trade. That was embarrassing even for you.
And you're scared of a girl hitting you? That's embarrassing. Anyway, play your game. Let's go. I'm sure they're all dying of excitement.
Oh, you need a game with like actual rules? Ugh. I mean, fine, I guess.
Okay, no, just everyone drinks and talks to each other. That's fine too. Go ahead. Pass it out.
Man, you all are so boring.
I've been on drifters.
That sounded almost derogatory.
Me? Derogatory? Never.
It sounded pretty derogatory to me.
Well, who wants a drink?
Well, I definitely do.
I figured.
Ari is reaching for one.
Nora likes to drink. Ari, I guess you can have a couple. Eleanor, will you drink any?
Well, after having to deal with some things, I suppose.
But won't it dull your senses as a trained swordsman?
Don't try and change her mind.
Marielle, I can keep my senses as a swordsman even under the influence.
Ooh, I'm very intrigued. Please.
I'm also very interested to see this.
Right. Okay. So we could play a game.
Would you like to play a game?
I do have games.
I love games.
Okay. My favorite for dealing with new people is What's Up With That? That's my favorite one for dealing with new people. It's when somebody has something weird about them, and then you can say the weird thing and point it out, and then you say, "What's up with that?" And then they have to tell you or drink.
Cool.
No, cool.
Oh no!
Sorry. Oh. I lost a lot of it.
Oh, interesting.
Sorry, one more time. How does it play?
It's not a very creative game. Basically, so you ask if there's something weird about someone, you ask, "What's up with that?" And then they say, "What's up with that?" And then you drink. It's not a particularly good game, but it gets people talking. Oh no.
Liz's connection's awful. What's up with that? I mean, come on.
No.
Well. Oh no.
Oh no.
There she goes.
She died. What's up with that?
Dang it. And he was going to be my first question.
Well, maybe she'll jump right back on. Let's see. Ari!
We miss you.
I have to use the restroom real quick.
Okay. Actually, yeah, if you need a quick pee break, go for it.
I'll actually go get more water. Might as well.
Aries back.
Hi. Were we taking a break?
But peeing if you need to, yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and do so.
Ooh, okay, cool. Wait, put me back on the other side, Aaron. I do not like being over here. Thank you. Nor Aaron, Rachel's not gonna like that either, but that's okay.
Too bad.
You can answer all my texts now. I'm just kidding. All my
Wait, did everyone else go? Where'd they go?
Yeah, they went to pee. They'll be back in just a second.
Oh, then I'm gonna fold some laundry. I didn't fold it after I washed it.
Well, don't go far.
No, it's right. My bed's right here.
Wait, I'm confused. What question?
No, sorry. Okay, wait, hold on. In the Valya secret chat.
Yeah.
In that one, there's the one about, I don't remember what the promise Mohandas made her is.
Oh, you made him promise that he would eventually write you some sheet music.
Oh.
For your lyre.
For my lyre. I forgot about that. Ooh, okay, cool. Well, one of these campfire things, I might have to pull out the lyre then and give it a whirl.
Sheet music.
Wow, you're a liar and a liar
too. Yeah.
Sheet music for a lyre. Are you looking at it?
Did you send it to me?
No, just in character. Are you looking?
Oh, yes. I mean, well, she probably gonna wait till if they're doing this thing right now, she's not gonna pull it out right now. But yes, I will look at it.
Boo.
You want me to? I'm not gonna pull. She's not gonna pull it out where people are asking questions about what's up with that. Thank you very much.
Sheet music. You're
what's
a
up with
bard.
That?
You're a bard. It's sheet music.
Fine. She'll pull it out and look at it. Aaron, gosh.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I live to please the DM.
Don't you all?
He lives to please.
Karen, roll back. Karen. Stop folding laundry, Karen. Okay.
I am here.
So on the sheet music, there are no words, like he said. But you can go ahead, roll me an investigation check as you're reading it.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, not that one. Investigation would be, that's a 18.
An 18. You can see that all of it was written in pencil, and there's a lot of there's some eraser smudges across the pages. But you kind of notice as you're looking at it by firelight, you can kind of see through the paper a little bit. There's some sort of indentation where there were words on here, but have since been erased.
Dang it. I can't make them out. That you stop here. No.
With an 18, I would say
just a couple here and there.
I'm trying to decide if I want to give it to you.
It's whatever you want, but you know.
I'll say you can only get like 4 words that are like kind of in the middle.
Okay.
Just that might be wait. Oh no, that is 4 words. I can count, guys. You can see 1 word. Yeah, you can read the words just very faintly. It's very hard to read because it's chicken scratch.
Sure.
His handwriting is terrible. You think it says melody without a name.
Okay.
And that's about all you can read. You do catch another you do catch up at the top also kind of smudgy and erased the words "the siren" at the top. And you realize with an 18, I'll give you that you remember you saw this when looking through his journal.
Oh, that's right. I thought it sounded familiar.
Was not finished, and you saw there were the lyrics were written in his journal, but they were written in Undercommon, so you couldn't understand them.
That's right. That sucks.
They were written in Undercommon, so you couldn't understand them. But this was written in Elvish and then erased.
Dang. Interesting. All right. Well, I'll just get out my lyre and start plucking at it while everyone's talking. Not overdoing anything. Just, soft playing.
Not going too hard.
Yeah, no.
Not trying too hard.
Background music,
Excellent. Okay. And raising his glass. Or he's got a set of, he seems very prepared for this trip. Like he's got a set of like 6 of these like little like pewter cups. Like they're tiny pewter cups that he pulls out of his bag. And it looks like he travels a lot. He does this a lot. And he pours enough for everyone. My first question is to this fella, because you can change forms, but not like her. What is up with that?
What is up with that?
That was to Ari, the only other male in the group.
Oh, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. What was the context to him asking about the changing forms?
He said you can change forms, but not like Valya. What is up with that?
Oh, the game that we're playing. Did you actually hear the kind of like? Okay, yeah.
Oh, I did. Mm-hmm. Okay, so
if
Ari,
you don't
Ari
answer,
kind of.
You don't answer, you have to drink. If you do answer, I have to drink.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I mean, what do I do if I don't really know the answer, though?
Try your best.
Okay.
Like, what are you? Because that's not.
He kind of like fiddles with the cup a little bit. Well, Eleanor already knows. I'm not from here. I'm from, elsewhere and everything. So I I've always been able to kind of, I guess change my skin like you change your shirt and stuff like that. Uh, this is easy, it's comes naturally, and the beard that he has been wearing weirdly disappears like into nothing, like shrinks back into the skin and disappears. Uh, it's just like breathing and stuff. It's easy. Um, yeah, so I don't really know how I can do it. I just can. Um, my uncle told me, he said that I was a changeling, and that he found me while doing his job, and he took me home with him. I think someone else might have left me out to die because they didn't want a changeling or something. But Nyland did, so lucky me.
He gestures over to Nora, who's he's sitting next to. Cheers. Right.
Do I get a question?
Sure, we can go in a circle, or whoever answered gets to ask the next one. Up to you.
I like
What
that
do you want to do?
Whoever answered gets to ask the next one.
We have to
Okay.
make
My
it fair and
question.
ask different people questions.
Okay.
It doesn't get boring.
Eleanor. You're really different from your parents. I think they think a lot of stuff is way important that you don't think is very important at all. Like you guys don't really get along and everything. Seemingly, I don't know. What's up with that?
Well, I suppose that, at one time I admired the finer things, but then once I really got into reading and studying books and realizing there was more to life besides parties and social class and all that, well, it just seemed worthless. Like you're constantly performing to try to impress others, and who wants to do that with their life? You might as well put your efforts into doing something that's far more worthwhile, something that will last. Years later, no one's really going to be talking about what you wore at that one party, but now craftsmen like me who makes weapons that many people admire and buy, now that will be a legacy that will last.
Okay, cool. So you want to be remembered?
Yes. Why I'm always on the search for my family's lost, well, the thing.
But why would that thing, make people remember you?
Because it was the reason why we were one of the great nobles. And it has a lot of power and means a lot to my family. But ever since it was lost millennia ago, it seems we've been reduced to people who are just scrambling for the attention of the others.
Okay, cool. I drink.
Hey, Rachel, can you mute yourself? Your click clacks are loud.
Sorry.
Click, clack, clack, click, click, clack. It's like the horror show. Click, 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 click.
Right, so now, Eleanor, you get to ask one of them a question.
Oh. Well. Who shall it be? Well, you, Valya or Marielle, your family, your father is the counselor of the city. You're next in line. You could be doing a million other things. And yet, why do you choose to deign to associate with us on missions like these? With that?
Because I wouldn't want to deprive you of a personality like mine, honestly.
Oh, really?
But on a much more real note, she says before Kynan can say anything to her.
She's about to boo you.
I'd say I just want to do something for myself that's not tied to my family. I want something of my own, you know? It sounds boring, but yeah, something that's of myself.
It makes sense, you know? I have respect to that. And I'll drink to that.
Good. You have to drink anyways. Nora, dear. There is so much tension between you and Arafel. What is up with that?
Moment of truth.
No, not asking her about her dealings with the cartel. No, ask her about her boy problems. Yeah, that's cool too. I love both sets of drama. It's fine.
Thank you. Kynan, you're such a help.
Oh, sorry. No, that was the DM complaining. Sorry, my regular voice sounds like my dude voice currently. I'm sorry, that was misleading.
Okay.
Kynan has a very, very tiny bit of a posh accent to help you differentiate between him.
Don't worry, I heard it.
Thanks, guys.
I got it. You're good.
That was just me personally complaining. My bad.
Oh, another meta note, guys. We've never played this amongst ourselves. We should play this amongst ourselves.
Wait,
Just
play what amongst ourselves?
This game.
The
What's up with that?
game. So what's up with that?
Oh, yeah.
That's fun.
Okay. Nora,
anyway, back to the very important question, the question of the hour.
Yes.
It is, honestly.
There is no tension between us. You've just been
Lies.
Heard your conversation, Nora. Tell us the truth.
Even I knew about it.
And admit it.
I'm kind of outside of the situation here, and I'm calling bull. Serious. Like, tension.
Like, cut it with a butter knife.
Not even. You could cut it with a piece of paper.
Well, like I was saying, there is none. You're all gonna believe whatever you want to believe anyway. But there isn't any. He just is making a stupid decision that I don't agree with. That is all.
No, the underlying tension, not just little facts. I meant like ever since we've met you, there's been a tension between you two.
It seems like their kind of dynamic is a bit like old married couple squabbling, which is quite endearing if you ask me.
He's like my brother.
You can't even say it.
I think so according to the rules of the game that are very official, if you lie, you have to drink twice. And he pours you another and he hands it to you.
Well, I'm not lying, but since you gave this to me, I guess it's mine now. I have to drink it.
Yeah, that's not a punishment for her.
Yeah. That is correct.
I tried. Oh, so the real punishment would be actually addressing your feelings with honesty. Sorry, my bad.
There are no feelings to address.
It's so nice to see you. It's so nice to see you getting on somebody else's case besides mine, Kynan. Really, quite refreshing. Honestly,
your case is just easy.
It's true.
They just
All right,
want them
Nora.
to be easier.
Well, if you want my bit, Nora, if you don't own up to your feelings soon, your little Arafel is going to find himself part of some noble family. And then what will you do?
I continue on with my life, Eleanor. I continue on with my life.
Indeed, and you'll be as miserable as he is.
I can guarantee you, if he does that, he would be 1,000 times more miserable than he could ever be.
Oh, I don't know about that. He'd have protection and power. You would have nothing.
Just to put in my 2 cents there, Lady Gwenera, Alderreath, is quite lovely and an excellent conversationalist. I don't mind being on her guard personally. I have a few times.
Yeah, I'm sure you've been on her guard. Mm-hmm. Kind of.
Now we're getting on me. That's not fair.
It is Nora's question. So Nora, who do you choose to ask a question of?
I think that counts as her question. That was quite rude.
That wasn't a question, Kynan dear.
That was a comment.
Thank you. It was a comment. It wasn't a question. It was
Unappreciated comment. Also, I don't think she answered the question.
I
That's why
did
she
answer
drank.
my question.
That's why she drank.
Oh, that's correct.
I was going to drink these anyway.
Well,
Maybe I'll just take away your drinks if you don't answer honestly.
ooh.
I am answering on
That would be the real punishment.
You said there's no tension. I'm sorry. If you didn't sense that tension, I would be concerned that you were. Is there a nice?
Dead?
He looks over to you, Valya. Is there a nicer word than dim? No.
Lacking in awareness.
I feel like that's
I'm
just.
so aware. I'm the
many
most
words
aware
to say.
person you've ever met.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then, yes, well, Denial's river far from here, so please proceed with your question.
Who are you gonna ask?
Harry, you said that your uncle found you. So he's not really your uncle. So who's your real family? What's up with that?
I don't know. Well, Uncle Nyland told me that he was on his way home because he works as he works as an ambassador between here and my home. So the Fey realm, and in Faerun, on his way back to Faerun, he stumbled upon a little crying little thing, and that was me. And then he took me home with him. I think he didn't say where it was though. I don't think. Did he? Did he ever tell me, DM? From what I know,
Probably
for what Ari knows, he probably never specified. Yeah, he just said like. I think what Ari thinks it is that he stumbled upon him like right where like the rift in reality was that he stepped across to get back to Faerun.
I wouldn't call Nylan an ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't really deal with political stuff, much less act as a liaison to the mortal realm.
Okay, then wait. What does Ari know about his job? That was what I thought he did.
Do you want me to say this on the stream, or do you want me to just like tell you privately?
Would you let me? Yeah. Would you text me?
Okay. Because that really was not his purview. The Feywild doesn't have any diplomatic relations with the mortal realm.
Okay. In that case, what Ari means is not what they think of as an ambassador. I think Nyland might have described himself as an ambassador, but not functionally, like in the way that the Fey realm functions differently from this world. it's not a political thing so much as maybe a personal like descriptor that he used for what he considers his job.
But no, he did not tell you any specifics of where he found you.
Mm-hmm. So Ari will stick to what he said, but he's working under a different perspective of what that concept means and such.
Have you ever been curious about who your real parents might be?
Well, yeah, I think so, but I also don't know how I'm like, I don't know how I'm made so much. So I don't know if I was born from other changelings, so to speak, or if I were like just from some normal people and wasn't really like them and they were like, ooh, or something, you know? I guess I am curious, but you know, Nyland's my uncle. He's my family. So I don't really think I need anyone else.
Family isn't always blood. I get it.
But yeah, I really do miss him though. So I am trying to get back.
Well, maybe once we're back, we can help you find him.
Oh, my question. I'm gonna say.
Nora has to drink. Don't forget.
I'm gonna say. Oh, Valya, you hid when Mohandas was dead, like a doornail. You hid his body somehow. What's up with that?
Oh, yes.
Like you just made it disappear. I can't do that, and I'm really magical.
I have a special little compartment in this necklace I wear that can only hold I can only transport not living things in there. So I can store things in there for when I need them, which is very convenient. And when Mohandas was dead, I guess it technically worked to count as a inanimate object. So
also, since when did you get this? What is it?
Have we not talked about this?
No.
Well.
You've not cared to mention that. I thought it was a necklace. A normal, boring necklace. No, you don't tell me things, Valya. Well, you don't tell me some things.
Some things, it's true. Has Kynan ever seen her fight, Ben?
You remember that first time? No, he didn't see you fight at all.
Well,
you've never had to. You've never had to. Anytime that you've been in trouble, like if you've ever had like bandits attack your entourage, he's perfectly capable of protecting you.
Yeah.
That's his literal job. You're not supposed to be able to do anything.
Oh man. Well, I don't think it's your question, Kynan. So I answered Aries.
Someone asked me a question. Someone and ask me a question.
It's my question now, though. What? You want me to ask you some of your darkest secrets here for everybody?
I don't have secrets.
Sure.
Open book.
Liar.
Try it. Try it, Nilo. See what you find.
I don't know.
Come on now, my lady. I'm sure you've got some pressing question.
Do I have a question? I should have a question for it. She can't ask what?
No, Vash and I aren't dating. Next question.
I wasn't actually going to ask that one. You know, your business, I guess.
Okay, fine. Well, then what is your question?
I don't want to ask him it here. She feels bad. She doesn't want to ask him it. So
No, go for it. I'm sure these people, and he kind of gives you like an actual knowing look. I'm sure these people, if any, we can trust. If you're regularly trusting your life with them, I don't see why I couldn't trust them with a secret or two of mine. If not, I know where you all live, and I could kill you.
I know absolutely nothing about your parents. What they are, who they do. What's up with that?
Each other.
What?
Each other.
Each other?
You said who they do.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Who they are, what they do. Touche. Open book, my.
Fine. My my mother.
Oh, you already drank.
All right, fine.
Oh, no, wait, no, I take it back. I take it back. I want to know.
No, you don't want me to answer. That's fine.
I do. I wasted a question on you, so come on. Give me the truth.
My mother. My mother is a housewife. And my father works a job.
Uh-huh. Okay.
He is a public servant.
All right. I guess we don't have a rule about how well you have to answer a question.
I answered it perfectly well, thank you.
Yes, proceed.
Oh wait, what was my question? You sidetracked me. That's not fair. Ari, what did I ask her? You were paying attention, right?
Kind of. You were gonna ask her about. Wait, it was because I had asked her about the necklace, and then you were gonna ask her about the
Where'd you acquire this? And what exactly does it do?
I
have to ask, it's really weird. What's up with that?
You don't know anything about. Why would it be weird? I told you what it does. That was Ari's question.
It's a prison pocket?
I don't know what a prison pocket is.
That's because you're sheltered.
I know what a prison pocket is.
Refined. Thank you very much. So no, I don't know what that is, but yes, I can store things in it. And it was given to me by a dear old man who worked for my parents several years ago.
I've worked for your family for 15 years. I probably know. Who was it?
What's his name again, Aaron?
Oh, it was Sofran.
Silfron. Silfron, if you remember him.
Silfron sounds like a fae name.
What in the world? When did he give this to you?
You're asking a lot of questions for the price of one, you know.
No, it's just that when he left the house, he left kind of abruptly. How long ago was this?
When did he leave? We never talked about this, actually. When did he leave the house? Was he gone when I got back?
You didn't see him around for a while after he gave you the necklace. And you didn't see him around for a long time after he gave you the necklace. And then he came by one day and said that he was leaving. Mm-hmm. And it was sad. And he said bye. And then he left. However long you've had this.
Yeah.
It was very soon. It was very soon after he gave it to you.
After he gave it to me, he left pretty quickly. Okay. About, 15 years, give or take a few.
Right. You don't find that odd? That he just gave it to you and then dipped?
Well, I don't know. I don't know where he was going. Why should I? He said it was a present and it would help me. I guess I was too naive to distrust people at that point, so I didn't think anything of it. But that's a fair point, I suppose. I don't really know anything about him.
You never questioned it?
No.
So you're wearing a magic jewelry?
Well, that's all it does is you put things in it?
I've answered more than enough questions for now, I think. Several questions, in fact.
Fine.
Ari wants to do an insight check.
Me too.
Ari wants to know, one, if she's telling the truth, but more so whether or not she's holding back.
Kynan doesn't need to roll an insight check. He knows you're holding back.
Can I
He's leaving it.
also roll to see if she's lying?
Yeah. Go ahead, Valya, roll me persuasion and deception. Don't say which.
Okay.
Can't see.
21.
22.
Dang.
Sorry, Charlie.
Ari, you have a point of inspiration from giving the recap.
I do! I'm using it now! We'll see. I rolled really high, so that in of itself was a very high roll for me. I did not roll higher.
Dang.
Unfortunate.
Nora?
It was 17.
Oh. All right, keep your secrets.
For now.
Keeping those secrets. But Ari does give a very praising look to Valya. He doesn't quite trust her words anymore. Even then.
He doesn't trust her now? He trusts her all this time before?
No, I'm saying in general, in general, he has a haze of
right.
Not fully distrust so much as just he doesn't expect you to tell the truth in general.
Oh, I shouldn't have asked you two in a row. I guess you get to ask someone else a question, but it can't be me or Ari. We've already gone.
For sure. Eleanor, dear. You have this weird obsession with this family artifact. What's up with that? You're welcome. You're welcome.
Obsession!
If not a weird obsession, it's literally my great grandfather's legacy. And it means a great deal to restoring the glory back to the household in our name.
Yes, you've said all this before, but that's not. What are some specifics? You've said all this general hubbubaloo before. Restoring the honor, legacy.
Well, that's exactly what it is.
I think you have to drink 2 shots.
No. That is precisely because, you know...
What is it, Eleanor? What is it?
Well, that dagger is powerful, and if I could possess it, it would mean that I would finally perhaps go down as someone to be remembered.
I thought that was a waste of a question, but whatever.
Yeah, you already said this to me, Eleanor. You have to, say something new.
Well, I don't have anything new to add. I mean,
come on, there has to be something. Are you trying to get it before someone else does? Is it a special kind of dagger that, before you get into the wrong hand, something really bad could happen?
Look, all I know is that when I was younger, someone set fire to my parents' armory, and they were assuredly trying to
Sorry, I was cyberbullying Eleanor. My bad.
Look, people have been after my family, and I don't know who, and I need to know who wants it. Someone is after it too, and someone's shady, and I have to get it before they do. So no, it isn't just about the honor. I believe that others' security may be at stake if it falls into the wrong hands. And that is why I am obsessed, as you say, with finding it.
Very well. I'll accept that. All right, your turn.
You ask a question now, Eleanor.
What's a pressing question on your mind?
A pressing question
Eleanor?
That you may have.
What do you want to know?
Fellow party members who don't like sharing information about themselves. This is your one chance.
this the whole time that Kynan's traveled with us, he's just like, wow, these are the most, what was it? These are the most closed books MFs he's ever met.
I mean, pressing questions. What could I have that is possibly a pressing question?
Doesn't have to be pressing either. It could just be curiosity.
Something you've been wondering about these weirdos?
Well, they are weird, I'll give you that.
You're also lumped in the weirdo category.
Normal.
You're lumped into the weirdo category, sweetheart.
I hardly think so.
Okay. A priestess, a high emissary, a smith, and a changeling walk into a bar is the opening of a very funny joke.
Please. You know... Oh, I see. Ari.
Yeah, I'm here.
Why did you come to Singorn? Like, of all places. How'd you end up here? How'd you even hear of the Whisperer's Hold?
I didn't really. What's up with that?
You have to say what's up with that,
Eleanor. Yeah, you have to say what's up with that at the end.
There's like 2 premises of the game. and you're missing one of them.
Well, I came from Kymal, and they told me that Singorn people are closer to where I want to go, basically home. In a sense, so they thought I would have better luck there.
Yeah.
And I have so far, kind of.
I have a question. Am I parking the car? I in the parking lot?
But yeah, so I just made my way over, just asking for rides on wagons and stuff to make it to Singorn. And from there, I ran into Kynan accidentally. Because he was hanging out with a lot of the...
We changed the boys. We changed Kynan's name.
We changed Kynan's name. Kieran was the original, so it's not even Kynan's fault. We changed Kynan's name.
That is so funny. It's just that Kynan's here, so. But yeah, and I met Kieran accidentally because he was hanging out with all the other kids on the street. So, as I was, acclimating to the city and stuff and getting to know the streets and such, he thought I would make a good addition to the crew.
Doing it.
Maybe because I had a lot more magic than any other kids. Any of the kids. So,
Fascinating, that story just makes too much sense. I feel like I could have figured it out without even asking.
You could have just asked normally too.
What?
You could have just asked normally too.
That's true. I guess I never really thought about it though until someone mentioned asking questions.
That's fair.
Hey, Abby.
Yeah.
My best friend, mate. Can I have you ask a question for me since it's your turn?
Aries like crawled across the little campfire space and everything to listen to his question request thing. Yes. And he's like, yeah.
So
now I am here for the drama, whatever that is. And he points at Nora. You ask her.
Oh wait, no.
What was the whole premise of that relationship there? Like, why are they even friends?
I can hear you.
Like, honestly, like, looking at the two of them, they should not be friends. What is up with them?
For my pet.
Harry,
he crawls back.
Harry, you better ask me something else. Anything else.
Oh, that means you have to ask her now. She doesn't want to answer.
No.
I'm just... There's so much... Is the only interesting thing about me is my friendship with Arafel? Is that really the only thing anyone thinks about?
I mean, the rest of you kind of make sense. You're a surly alcoholic priest of the moonlight, priest of the Moonweaver, and you seem to have...
Oh my gosh, Mother.
She says that she takes a drink.
They are bad.
I saw you at the Red House. Do you remember that?
They're getting worse by the time.
Karen, would you mute yourself for a little bit?
In Virginia.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot she's talking.
You're good. I was just like, we were hearing it significantly louder and louder. And I was like, why? And it's because the computer's like adjusting to hear the voice that's trying to talk and everything, but still. So funny. Okay.
I feel like most of the rest of you make sense. Except for that.
Thanks.
Well, how about instead of exactly what he wants me to ask, I could ask instead, why don't you guys get along better? Because you guys seem to argue a lot. And when I have best friends, I argue with them sometimes. I don't argue with them all the time. It seems like whenever you guys talk, it always devolves into, bickering.
That's just what we do.
Sexual tension. Crazy wind, guys.
Man, the wind's actually a little more right this time, I think, though. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the wind is right every time.
How about that one? But at least right now, winning streak.
I just told you my answer.
You are so boring to ask questions to.
Well, maybe because I'm sick and tired.
I take back my
People
question.
always
It's a
asking
lame
me the
answer.
same thing
Yes,
over and
ask him
over
a different
again.
question,
Take back
Ari.
your question.
Ask her
Okay,
some lame
cool.
answer.
Okay,
Yeah.
I wanna know. Why haven't we met your sister? I met your brother, but I haven't met your sister. What's up with that?
My sister and I are very different. Love her. But her and I don't really get along that well. And besides, she's busy with her studies. That's what's most important to her. She's not a thought in her head. Probably doesn't even know I'm going to be gone for the next month, which is fine. But her and I are just, I don't know. It's always been hard to get along with her.
Mm-hmm.
But I am very different from most of my family. So, kind of makes sense. You know?
But why are you so different? I'm kind of like Nylan, and he's not actually related to me.
Well, Dan, they met my little brother, right?
Yeah, briefly.
Well, you met my brother.
And they met your dad.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you guys remember my kind of look really different from my brother and my dad. Like, a lot.
Aelion is the spitting image of Vero. Little tiny Vero. Mama's genes didn't even try.
Are you adopted then? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I am. I was left on the steps of the temple where my dad works, and I was a little baby.
That's basically me.
Mm-hmm.
What is with children and abandonment issues here? And then Eleanor has an adopted brother. I don't know where your brother came from, but this is weird.
My brother's parents died, so.
Oh.
Still. So your parents found you on the steps of their church temple thing.
And they took me in. And the only thing I had with me was this necklace, and she'll point to the necklace she's wearing around her neck.
That was there when you were dropped off as a baby?
I think it's maybe my real mom's. I'm not sure.
Could I see it? Can I hold it?
Sure. And she'll take it off and show it to Ari.
And he is very careful with it. He is showing it a lot of, a little bit of undue respect for jewelry in general. But he's acting like it's something pure and dainty and stuff. And can he examine it? Is it special in any way? Is it magical at all?
This is your holy symbol, right?
You decided where you want to eat?
I'm sorry, Karen, could you mute yourself again?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was. Sorry.
Sorry, I can't.
I know.
Concentrate. Sorry, what was your question, DM?
It's your holy symbol, right? Your symbol of the Moonweaver?
No, yeah. I don't remember if I said it was. Did I say it was originally? No, I can't remember.
I'll be honest, this is the first time hearing of it. I think this lived in your head until just now.
Pretty much.
So this is news to me. That's why I was asking.
You know what? We'll just say that it is.
Cool.
Make life easier.
So it's this oval shape, a symbol of a crescent-shaped bow at the bottom, a crescent-shaped bow in the middle, and then an arrow on the top and on the bottom, with a kind of iridescent stone behind it. It's hard to tell in this light, but you think it might be moonstone. But it's very beautiful. And you vaguely recognize this symbol. You don't know why, but it's kind of just like you feel like an itch in the back of your brain. You don't know why you recognize it. And you hear a little voice in your head pipe up. Right, that's a symbol of the Moonweaver, mate. Try to catch up, will ya?
And he kind of like jumps a little bit, and he kind of like scrunches up his shoulders, jumps, and like seems to like look around him, and then shakes it off and realizes what he just heard. Nods. Yeah, that's normal. That's normal. That's normal. But then he puts it down and he goes, yeah, symbol of the Moonweaver and stuff. So they, I guess you're kind of close to them because you're still practicing the same thing, right? That's kind of cool. I don't know anything about them or mine.
I practice, but pretty loosely. I mean, it still means a lot to me, but it's just not the same level as my sister and my dad.
And that's why you guys are really different.
And I do drink a little bit too much, and might be a little bit rough around the edges. And
is this why you went out to fight bad guys in your spare time?
I know what my next question is.
Well, sometimes you just gotta let off some steam, so might as well use it to
punching people
to benefit the community.
That's what Red always told me.
I can guess why he is named Red. Covered in blood all the time, maybe?
Oh yeah, that one was kind of on the nose.
And so was Red usually.
Nice.
I try.
He punched me in the face once. I think he broke my nose, but it didn't stick because my nose changes shape.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nora, you hear a voice.
Oh?
Oh.
Not out loud.
Oh.
In your head. It's a voice you don't recognize. A woman's voice. But you hear, hey, it's Círdan from the cartel. So I need Dennis Quintiel killed. Don't come back till you do. I'll know. And you won't like what happens then.
Oh, dang!
And the line clicks.
He's going to kill your little brother.
What?
Anyway.
What?
I don't know.
Valya, I forgot to mention something. Massive oversight on my part, guys. The guy accompanying Casimir Christian is Dennis Quintiel.
Everybody here. It's fine. Sorry. How do you spell his name? Dennis?
Dannas. Uncle to Tally Quintiel.
How do you spell the last name?
Qin apostrophe, because we're elves, Tael.
What did he say exactly?
It's Círdan from the cartel. I need Dennis Quintael killed. Don't try coming back until you do. I'll know. You won't like what happens then.
Oh boy.
And that's where we'll wrap up, guys.
Dang! Dang!
Yeah, sorry. Totally my bad. I meant to.
That's okay.
I made a note of it at the ball, but that was like 3 sessions ago.
Yeah. Why is he accompanying Casimir, like as a guard, or just like as like a?
Not as a guard. The Quintael is over exports, import.
Oh, that's right.
And you would assume they have a good working relationship with
Trade
the
relations.
state.
Yeah.
So perhaps some sort of business trip.
Yeah.
Maybe something a little more permanent. They are sending.
So wait, how is this person related?
Sorry, what?
How is this person related to Tally?
His uncle. Not that Ari would know that.
Yeah, Ari wouldn't know at all.
But you do recognize.
I was just wondering if it was someone we had met already or something. Okay.
You do recognize the name Quintael.
How do I spell Círdan's name again?
Cirdan.
Okay.
But you can gather that Círdan does not have the capacity to send this spell, so you gathered that this is a message that he was sending through someone else.
Great.
Nice.
Thanks, guys.
Dang, that was a crazy way to end. Oh my goodness, that was really fun though.
I can't end without a cliffhanger. I'm sorry, guys.
I know you can't
end the live. If anybody wants to stick around to chat.
Love it.
Oh wait, I tried to leave the studio instead of ending the stream. Whoops.